There we go. Okay, so before we actually start with the game itself, I am going to show the trailer of the game first, because I just like seeing it. Usually when I play a game, I leave it on at the title screen just to have the trailer show up. This one doesn't have that, so I'm just gonna manually play the trailer. So here we go.
I don't get it. Why would anyone come here by choice?
We're talking about a creature that's lived in the swamp for over 60 years. That creature is our prime suspect.
That thing is our murder suspect?
He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature. Nope. He's a different sort of creature.
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kinda dead around here.
Our murder victim. He was in charge of this, tourist attraction.
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him.
Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one.
The man was a fool. That's all you need to know.
That's a little rude.
Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him. Maybe everyone will.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
Yeah, he's the detective without the without the CE. Yep. So it's just a detective.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse.
No, come on. How am I supposed to arrest something that might not exist?
You've always enjoyed a challenge before.
That little girl is too stupid for my beard to be so smart. Oh, that doesn't make sense, does it?
August 2012. Wow. Alright. And here's the game. So, let me just set things up first. Okay, so, here's the game. Here are the options. And without a hat. Oh, actually, there's something about that here. So, as you can see, I already 100%ed it twice, but let's just start with a new save file. Also, as you can tell from the trailer, it's fully voice act. Oh, fully. It's voice acted now, so that saves me a lot of trouble right now. So, okay, let's start with the Secret of the Swamp. Headphones strongly recommended. Sound is important. You will need sound to properly experience the game. Horror games page. Original score by Raphael Benjamin. Programming intelligence by Tom Green. Art design by Adam Green. Backgrounds by Catherine Inger. Starring Edwin Tiong as Grimoire. So yeah, that's the voice I've been trying to replicate.
2025 last night. A murder occurred in a remote part of this swamp. A small tourist attraction deep within the heart of the marshland.
Hold on. A tourist attraction. Here? I don't get it. Why would anyone come here by choice?
I've explained this already. This area is famous.
Famous? All I read was that some idiot thought they saw an alien here 100 years ago.
Get your facts straight for once. We're talking about a creature that's lived in the swamp for over 60 years.
Okay, so it's a 60-year-old alien. I still don't see what matters.
If it matters to anyone, it's you. That creature is our prime suspect.
The murder suspect?
That's right. This is no Loch Ness monster. You need to be taking this seriously.
There you go.
Look, come on. How am I supposed to arrest something that might not exist?
We've always enjoyed a challenge before. You can start by reading this.
Our case file? There's not a lot of it, is there?
As usual, we only know the bare essentials at this point.
Alrighty, police file. So, Richard Remington, founder of tourist attraction Boggy's Bog, was found dead outside his office at 20:45 last night. Exact cause of death unknown. 3 small wounds to the chest suggest an attack from a clawed creature. Slime around the wound and footprints found at the scene suggest the culprit was Boggy, the legendary swamp creature. Any of the 7 other peoples present in the swamp last night could hold vital information. So yeah, compared to the previous one, I think a big improvement is that it has a much better hook. Like, the previous one is like, oh, so someone died at the fairgrounds. That's it. Here, the hook is the culprit could be Boggy, the legendary swamp creature. That's something that immediately gets your attention, and you go, wait a minute, really? So yeah, that's something that this game does better, and that's something that the next one will do better as well. Okay, and different pages doesn't really add anything here. This is pretty much the full thing. It's just that different pages have different pictures. So here's Richard Remington. Here's Boggy's Bog ticket. Here's an outline of where he died. So yeah, there were 3 puncture wounds, 3 small wounds to the chest, suggest an attack from a clawed creature, and there are some footprints found at the scene, suggest the culprit was Boggy, the legendary swamp creature. And here's a picture, I say in quotations, of Boggy. So any of the 7 other people present in the swamp last night could hold vital information.
Our murder victim, Richard Remington, he was in charge of this, tourist attraction. Boggy's Bog? What a name.
Boggy is the name of our creature. Well, nowadays it is.
You mean that stupid cartoon character? I've heard of him. That thing is our murder suspect?
There's more to Boggy than the cartoon character, I promise you. This is the place it all began. You'll find out soon enough.
Oh no, the hat! Chapter 1, a swamp full of secrets. So, does this mean he's got demoted now?
Your case file's in the top right. You can look at your clues and suspect profiles in here. When you've collected some, of course. I'll stay and guard our boat, so if you're confused, come back here and I'll help you. Back so soon, Grimoire? What's troubling you?
At the very least, it means he started using hair dye. Yeah, true. Alright, so, yeah, what do I do?
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
Getting rusty, I see. Don't panic, I'll go over the basics. First of all, you can examine things you find in the swamp by tapping on them. My advice is to be thorough. You won't regret it.
What about the suspects?
That's simple. Just tap on anyone you meet and begin talking to them. You'll eventually be able to choose from a list of topics, some of which might not be available at first. So you'll need to visit each suspect several times. My advice is to be
thorough, and I won't regret it. Yeah, I got it. Talk to everyone about everything.
If you must put it so bluntly, you can move around the swamp by selecting walk mode with the button on the bottom right, and then choosing a direction.
So, wait, what's the button on the top right?
That's the most important button of all. It opens your case file. It's where you keep all...
Oh, I remember. I keep all my notes in there. Everything about suspects, clues, and the areas I've been to.
Precisely. If you get lost, read through your case file. It should help you decide what you need to do next. Good luck. Back so soon? What's trouble?
So, you do know, you can notice that the art style has been changed compared to the Flash game. I mean, the Flash game didn't really have anything unique about it. It looks like any other Flash game. This, like, granted, Grimoire's complexion is like the whitest you could ever be, but at very least, it actually makes the silhouette look a lot. The silhouette and the color scheme look a lot more striking. So this is one way that they improve the art style. Something that I find that Tangle Tower pushes even further. So that's kind of what I like to see in these games. How the developers just start creating the proper image for this game, for this franchise, wherever it goes. So yeah, what do I do? Where are we?
So, where are we? It feels like the middle of nowhere.
That's a fairly accurate description. We've arrived at a tourist attraction known as Boggy's Bog. Legend has it that a mysterious creature lives in this swamp.
Right, that's Boggy.
Exactly. And in recent years, it seems somebody has tried to commercialize that legend. And the swamp itself.
But the owner was the murder victim, wasn't he?
Yes, unfortunately, he'll be unavailable for questioning.
Really? The murder victim is...
Back so soon, Grimoire? What's trouble?
Okay, so, what's troubling you? Your mustache is troubling me.
Your mustache is troubling me. That thing seems to be longer every time I see you.
You've been warned about this, Detective. Don't talk about my facial hair, and I won't talk about yours.
What's wrong with mine? It's perfectly under control. It's trimmed and ready for action.
Grimoire, you're supposed to be investigating a murder. Stop wasting time.
Okay, so what do we have to say?
A lot of fog and a lot of trees. I can't wait to visit that area.
I think it's just the same thing.
A simple wooden dock. Looks like it can just about hold my weight.
Alright then. Let's see. The boat.
Back so what?
Your
You've been...
What? Yeah.
Stop!
It seems to want me to click this. I think the game music is too loud compared to the voice. Oh, okay, I guess I'll fix that. Let's game capture. Testing. How's it now compared to the game? Maybe if he's also talking, so.
Back so soon, Grimoire?
Yeah.
What's
How's
troubling
my
you?
voice compared to him? Let's just test it out again.
Back so soon, Grimoire? What's troubling you?
Your mustache is troubling me. Yeah, if there's any feedback about the sound and all that, please say so. Feel a little bit lower. Still a bit lower, okay? Let's see. Okay. Guess we'll just use that same dialogue again, just as a test.
Back so soon, Grimoire? What's troubling you?
What do I do? Where are we? And your mustache is still troubling me. So, how's that? Oh, maybe the game music. No? Not the voice audio. Oh, like that. Okay. Let's see. I think I can fix it here. Okay, so the game music. Okay, but the speech is fine. Okay. I think this should be fine then. How's the music now compared by comparison? More? Even more? Okay, how about now? Yeah, so a lot better. Okay, good. Then we can continue. So yeah, we have to actually use move mode in order to actually move over there. But let's just click it, see what happens.
That's where I need to go. I can switch to walk mode with the button in the bottom right. Oh, and if I'm feeling confident, I can turn off those sparkly hit icons in the options menu.
Yeah, so do the others have any, have an opinion about sound volume? Just, if there's anything, just say so. Anyway, they very specifically tell you to use walk mode before you can move. The reason for the different modes is so you wouldn't accidentally move somewhere while you just wanted to see the character's opinion and stuff. So there you go. Let's move forward. This one, someone looks familiar.
Wow, you didn't get lost yet.
No, I only just got here. Who are you?
You don't remember. Of course, you're not great at remembering. I should be offended, though.
Okay, so, I've never seen you before. You're that weird girl from the fairground. I remember you, but I've been trying to forget. So that's kind of the funny thing. If this is, in fact, your first Detective Grimoire game, you can just say, I've never seen you before, and that's it. If you have played the Flash game before, then, yeah, you're the weird girl from the fairground. So, just a fun little way to connect it, even though you don't need to have played the previous one. So, yeah, you're a weird girl from the fairground.
You're that weird girl from the fairground.
Saw your hat blow through here already. You must be slow, if it wouldn't even wait for you.
Well, if you'll let me, I'd better go after it. You can wait here and behave.
You'll get lost. I would never forgive myself if I let you go through without the map.
You have a map of the swamp?
Not anymore. I'm giving it to you.
You should really stay here. It's dangerous. There's been a murder. Although I suppose you know all about it already?
They're saying it was the creature. But it can't be him. He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature. Nope. He's a different sort of creature.
Wait, what do you mean? If you... she disappeared. I might pretend I imagined her.
So yeah, again, even to this day, still don't know what the full deal is with her. So we'll see if the next game, well, not the next game, but the upcoming game, Mermaid's Mask, might say something about that. Okay, so Boggy's Bog.
I still don't quite understand why we have a tourist attraction here. Don't forget to use walk mode to move around.
Just as a reminder to actually use walk mode. So what's this thing over here?
It's an opportunity for a photographic memento. The two characters are an explorer and Boggy himself. Are they fighting? Just an odd old tree. The fence that seems to surround this entire area. No clues, just mud. It's an old statue of Boggy. His feet are hidden in a bucket of murky water.
This is going to be something that's going to be important later, which is the fact that the feet will keep getting hidden. Alright, let's see. What else is there? Okay, so here are the characters. And these are the clues. Here are the notes. So, what are the notes about the swamp dock? Nothing about the swamp dock. What are the notes about the entrance? Okay, so, the way into Boggy's Bog, the tourist attraction. A statue of the Boggy character greets visitors at the entrance. His feet are hidden in murky water. A wooden board shows an image of Boggy being handled roughly by a man dressed as an explorer. The tourist attraction is called Boggy's Bog. Okay. Yeah, suspects, clues, notes, and yeah, and here are all the suspects, and here's a percentage of stuff. So, Boggy, he's a mysterious creature, and yeah, his quote is ... Challenge, no challenge. Okay, so. Remember in the previous game, you had the fact that all the characters had suspicious or innocent, depending on the information you have. Or, no, actually, suspect or innocent. Here, you kind of do it yourself. So, here's going to be a bunch of notes about Boggy that you will get. And you can tap to change whether it's suspicious or not suspicious. So, has not been officially cited for 60 years. So, we can say it's suspicious, or we can say it's
not suspicious.
And Grimoire will even say it out loud, whether it's suspicious or not suspicious. So, Not suspicious?
Suspicious. Not suspicious. Suspicious. Not suspicious. Suspicious. Not suspicious.
We'll just go with suspicious for now, because he is the main suspect, so...
Suspicious.
Okay, so, that's Boggy. What about Richard Remington himself? Mr. Remington, the boss, also the murder victim. We hope you enjoy your visit to Boggy's Bog. I have no idea what his voice is, because he's dead, and that's... we'll just have to guess how his voice actually is supposed to be. Oh yeah, also, as you can see here, this is the full level of whether he's suspicious or not, and right now we only have one note of him, so if we
not suspicious,
not suspicious, it already goes immediately just empty in terms of suspiciousness.
Suspicious?
But, okay, Mr. Remington, right now he's on full suspicious, but we haven't checked anything yet. His body was found outside his office in the swamp. Well, I mean, to be fair, he would be close to his office, so...
Not suspicious!
Remington received 3 small wounds on his chest. I mean, it's suspicious on what those wounds, what could have caused those wounds, but not necessarily suspicious about what's the deal with Mr. Remington. We can always change it afterwards, but let's just go with not suspicious.
Not suspicious?
Okay, Remington has mysterious slime around his wounds. So that's interesting. We will keep that suspicious for now. So yeah, we have 2 not suspicious and 1 suspicious. And thus, yeah, this meter here only shows like a little bit. Okay. And that's it then. Oh, maybe he just likes slime. Maybe. I guess we'll have to figure that out. Alright, let's go to Boggy's Bog.
Just my luck, the gate's closed.
Oh.
Looks like I can move these metal latches around.
Oh wow, this is going to be a very difficult puzzle, I can tell you.
I should just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock. Then I'll be able to get through this gate.
Alright, let's see if I can figure this out.
Probably. Hey, nice. I might get one of these from my office.
Oh wow, I didn't think I could figure that one out. Hey, nice, I might get one of these for my office. Do you? Like, I think it's very easy to open it. Yeah, amazing, isn't it?
This is the tourist attraction? The whole thing just doesn't make sense to me. Let's do some thinking. Drag any 2 stray thoughts into those slots at the bottom, and flick through the connecting statements in between to make a sentence. Tap the confirm button to try it out. I just have to focus my thoughts and reach a conclusion. Boggy's Bog seems like the middle of nowhere.
It's like the previous game had the whole eye contact interrogation thing, which, I mean, it's some kind of gameplay thing. I much prefer this because this actually fits with the detective thing, and also you can get some fun results out of that. So let's see. That girl is too stupid for my hat to be so smart.
That little girl is too stupid for my hat to be so smart. I don't get it. Seriously.
Yeah. So what we have to do is figure out. Okay, Boggy's Bog seems like the middle of nowhere. So the swamp is far too remote for... Wow, just like in the trailer. Yeah. Yeah. The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money. I mean, if it's so remote. Yeah.
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money. It's really bugging me. What's the story behind this place?
Okay, so... yeah, we can move to the right or the left or go back, but let's actually look through this first.
Note to self, don't fall in.
Noted.
Those trees are more dense. It's like a forest back there.
Probably because it is a forest.
There's a hollow part of the tree right at the front, but it's too dark to see inside.
Okay,
Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right. I'm not hungry, though. This place is putting me off food.
I don't know, I think the swamp would do wonders for your appetite. Museum.
Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right. I'm not hungry, though. This place is putting me off food.
It's just the same thing because it's... Okay. Should I... Okay. So, what happens if we try to move this way?
I should visit the crime scene before I do anything else. I think Officer James said it was to the west.
Right. Be like that. So, the protest.
A rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden pathway. It's hard to ignore. I should visit the crime scene before I do anything else. I think Officer James said it was to the west.
Alright.
These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there. Looks like this path leads towards the northwest corner of Boggy's Bog. I can't wait. Looks like this
It's the same thing? Okay. Guess we'll just continue to the crime scene because the game really wants you to be at the crime scene. Clearing.
rocks sitting in the water like stepping stones. If that was a natural occurrence, it's a very convenient one.
Can you imagine if such a thing is a natural occurrence?
This area is kind of empty. I can't see anything worth writing down. This area is Oops. Okay. There's a narrow path here leading up that hill and through the trees. It doesn't look inviting. I'm not sure it's part of the tourist attraction. That's the path that leads back past the protest and towards the crossroads.
Alright. So, what happens if we try to cross this?
I should visit the crime scene before I do anything else. I think Officer James said it was to the west.
Okay, so, what's this here?
What's this? There's a lockpick dropped amongst the weeds down here in the water. I just have to work out which vine to break and tap that button.
Alright, well, let's just follow this vine over here. Oh. Okay, that's just the end of it, so if we go the opposite direction... 3.
That's the one. But I wonder where this lockpick came from.
Okay, so, a lockpick discarded near the entrance to Remington's office, covered in a strange liquid slime. Most likely used by the murderer to break into Remington's office. Alright then. Oh yeah, we got the map from the little girl. She keeps giving us maps for some reason. A map of tourist attraction Boggy's Bog, generously donated by the mysterious little girl at the entrance. When I'm exploring the swamp, I can access my map from the map button in the corner. Make sense? Okay, yeah, that's the same thing that we've already read. Okay then. So, I see a bunch of footprints.
There are bizarre footprints with 3 toes leading up to the office door. And back down into those reeds by the water.
Okay. There are other footprints here, though.
There are bizarre and...
Okay, so I guess he doesn't say anything about the difference of the footprints.
The strange footprints stop right by these reeds. Maybe I should take a closer look. Maybe I can move some of them out of the way.
Alright.
A strange pair of green flippers, badly hidden in the reeds outside the office.
Alright. Strange green flippers. Who left these lying around? So yeah. Okay.
There's an open window above Remington's body. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside.
Right, speaking of which, the body.
So, this is where they found Remington's body.
Yeah, so it's just a reminder of the case file. As they said, founder of the tourist attraction Boggy's Bog was found dead outside his office at 20:45 last night. And yeah. So that's his office. He fell down here.
I can't get in here without a key. And I don't feel like kicking the door down.
Oh, you're no fun, Grimoire.
Maybe if I get desperate later on.
Alright, so that's it over here, so I feel like, yeah, we can't really...
I can't...
Same thing. So, I guess we've visited the crime scene. Let's actually explore the rest. Oh, and suddenly there...
Some suspects. let's get this investigation started.
Alright then. Let's start with the one at the front.
Alright, let's see. Another suspect from my notebook.
That's a little rude.
No, I'm sorry. Did I say that bit out loud?
Maybe not. Maybe I can hear your thoughts.
So would you be able to
Yeah,
answer my
I know, right?
questions
People.
before I asked you?
Would you be able to question my answers before I tell you?
I could try.
I'm Bobby Burl, professional cameraman. Pleased to meet
Really?
you.
I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to investigate last night's murder. Obviously.
Grimoire. Strange. Is that your first name?
It's my 23rd name, but it's the one I like the best. First name? What's the first name? It's my second name. Detective, my first name. Alright, let's see. Fine, I'll just go with this one.
It's actually my 23rd name, but it's the one I like the best.
Alright, so, instead of a list, it's a little bit more, well, I wouldn't say advanced. It's a little bit more of a UI to it, so let's go over your job. What should I talk about?
So you already told me what you do, but now, why would a cameraman be working here?
I go where I'm needed. Vincent wanted to come to the swamp, and I was happy to help.
Vincent.
Vincent Vanderpeer. You mean that man standing on that rock over there?
That's right. I've worked with him for many years.
Alright.
Is he your boss?
Oh, I don't know about that. We work together. He's tried to film here before, but he never got permission until about a week ago.
Oh, really? But why did you want to come here in the first place?
If you're looking for a reason to write down in your notebook, I'm sure he can tell you if you ask him. I'm just the guy who carries around the camera.
You always carry that camera with you?
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Okay. How about last night?
You were here yesterday, I presume? Last night?
Yes, I was.
Here, in this clearing?
No, I was over at the cafe getting something to eat. Richard Remington was there too.
Remington? You saw him last night? Just before the murder?
That's right, I saw him. He left the cafe looking rather ill. I offered to help, but he just wanted to go back to his office. He looked like he had a lot on his mind.
He was ill yesterday?
Perhaps it was something he ate.
Well then, something to keep in mind. Alright, so, here we can present both a profile, both a clue as well as a profile. So we're not limited to just the clues anymore. We can actually talk with everybody about everybody. So that's pretty good as an improvement. Let's go over the clues that we have. So, the police file.
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
So yeah, that's his standard little speech if he has nothing to add to it. Here, how about the map?
That's great.
And that's his other speech if he doesn't have anything to say about it. How about the lockpick?
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before.
Oops. He has 3, yeah. So, I think everybody has 3 or 4, I believe. So at least they vary it up a bit. Flippers.
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
Unfortunately, Burl has nothing useful to say about the clues we have right now. How about the profiles? So, can he talk about himself?
A prolific cameraman with exceptional skills at carrying heavy equipment.
And also likes to talk in third person, apparently. Alright, how about Boggy?
You should ask someone else.
Alright then. How about Remington?
Try showing it to somebody different.
Alright. So, that's Burl. So, Vincent Vanderpeer, apparently.
Yes, do you have a message for me?
No. I don't think so.
Then why are you here? I'm incredibly busy.
You don't look it. Who are you, anyway?
What a question. You're serious? I am Vincent Vanderpeer.
The famous movie director?
The artist, the visionary, the auteur. I'm a man of many talents.
Of course, these Dutch people have to be like this, huh? Alright. Let's hope you have a talent for answering my questions. That is a very talented beard you got, at least. I heard your work was going downhill lately. Ooh, oof. Okay, let's keep it civil for now.
That's great. Let's hope you have a talent for answering my questions.
You're in my light. Could you take a few steps back, please?
But then I'll be too far away to talk to you.
I know.
Can anyone just walk in here and start filming?
His face is so shaped, so Shaped, yeah, it is. Okay, can anyone just start? Can anyone just walk in here and start filming? Okay, so, let's see. Fourth has always had permission from, only recently got permission from. What the hell? Okay, so we know that he only recently got permission from Richard Remington, because that's what we heard from Burl. So, only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp.
Vincent Van de Peer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp. I wonder if Mr. Van de Peer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse.
So, this allows us to actually challenge him, which I guess actually is the thing that replaces the eye contact interrogation thing from the previous one. So, challenge unlocked.
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Okay, so Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past. Remington never found out about your previous attempts. You tried to film here before, but the camera broke. No. He has denied before in the past. He only recently got the permission.
Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that? Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine. Every situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way.
Cat, yes. That's my cat, Odin. He's a dumbass, but he's my dumbass. He's our dumbass. Alright, a famous movie director suddenly gets his way.
I wonder how that happened. Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
So, drag an item into the question mark space to draw it. I am famous. I am the boss. Okay, so how did Mr. Van de Peer suddenly get his way? Well, maybe he just gave him flowers.
That can't be it.
Maybe he gave an autographed picture.
That can't be it.
Alright, maybe just threatened him with a sword.
That can't be it.
Alright, fine, it's money. It's always money, isn't it?
Right. That's the one.
Alright.
I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about. I simply promised him a cut of my next movie's profits. It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
So you would have owed him money?
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Alright then. Right, we didn't actually talk to him about his job in last night, so let's actually go through that first.
What's a famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
Quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant? But that's not the way this director works.
But what are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm discovering. This area, the history, the atmosphere, it's the perfect setting for my next film. I'm on a scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
You're making a movie about Boggy? About the swamp creature?
Of course. He's a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea. I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful right-hand man. Well, faithful enough, you know.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course. But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Alright.
Like how? You mean he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy. He looks a bit scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his work. But I wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
Alright. Alright, well, Bobby Burl did say that he only has the camera most of the time, so that's something to keep in mind. Alright, how about last night?
Were you working yesterday? Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed, I was working. Very hard indeed. Well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest. But yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual. Yes, difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was, unable to find my faithful cameraman last night. He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Bobby Burl, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always. But being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was filming in this exact area, in fact.
You were filming? Last night? Here?
Yes, at the time of the murder, I believe. But wait, I know what you're thinking. Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
you didn't see anything useful? Got excited there for a minute.
Nothing useful to you, my good detective. But there are some odd sounds on the audio track. Nothing but wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
Okay.
Is there something I should ask the cameraman?
Alright, so, lied to me because, told me that, was one of the reasons, doesn't explain why. Okay, so, was the murderer, was nowhere to come last night. So, yeah, we had, okay, let's try to have something fun first. Okay, Officer James was one of the reason my lost hat came to the swamp in the first place.
Officer James was one of the reasons my lost hat came to the swamp in the first place. I'm losing my mind here.
Okay, that's... Seriously? Okay, so, Vincent Vanderpeer told me that Bobby Burl was nowhere to be found last night, so that's something to ask.
Vincent Vanderpeer told me that Bobby Burl was nowhere to be found last night. Simple enough. What was Mr. Burl doing last night that meant he couldn't help out his boss?
Okay, yeah, so that's your job. And last night, let's see what he has to say about the clues we have. So, the police file.
If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
Alright. How about the map?
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection.
Alright then. How about the film footage?
I don't know if it's any use to you at all. I'll film again tonight and try to get a version without all those bizarre noises in the background.
Alright. How about the lockpick?
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important.
Well then. Alright. How about the flippers?
If you want an autograph,
Yeah, okay. Oh. Okay, so, what does he have to say about himself?
The world's premier director. The king of wit and whimsy. You met him? You're a lucky man.
Oh, I'm certainly lucky to have met you. Alright, Bobby Burl.
He's been working with me for a number of years. A real expert, of course.
Okay. How about Boggy? What does he have to say about Boggy?
Ah, yes. The reason we're all here, of course.
Not me.
Isn't he your prime suspect?
Well, officially, yeah, but I mean...
What an amazing creature! No one has seen him for 60 years and he still manages to get accused of murder. Incredible!
Alright then. Alright, Mr. Remington himself.
Now there's a man who could handle himself.
I'm not so sure.
Well, apart from yesterday, that was just a one-off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For him, I think so, yes.
I mean, usually you only die once, but who knows? Okay, so here's the film footage that we got from him. Film footage. Footage recorded last night at the exact time of the murder. Filmed by Vincent Vanderpeer in a clearing on the west side of the swamp near the crime scene. There is nothing to see, but various clues can be heard on the audio track. Listen to them in order. Tap on a sound to hear it play. So it's in the order of creaking, outcry, blast, clang, outcry, ripping, thud, and clang. Okay, let's hear it.
Ah! Oh!
Okay, well, that's something for us to figure out later on what each of these sounds could mean during the murder. Okay, now that we've talked to Vincent Van de Peer about all that we can right now, let's challenge Burr on the fact that we got from him, or got from Van de Peer. How did he think these were just anime? I don't know, maybe he flunked biology in terms of what animal sounds are. I don't know. Alright, challenge unlocked.
I heard from Mr. Vanderpeer over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had a walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
No, not all the time.
Right, so, you lost in the swamp and went to look for it. You left it with Van de Peer and you used it instead. It was broken and being repaired at that point. We know that Van de Peer had it because otherwise he wouldn't have been able to record that footage. So,
you left it with Vanderpeer, and he used it instead that night.
That's right, he was looking after that camera. So I went for a late-night stroll. This place is beautiful in the evenings.
You just walked around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
Well, I can't say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
okay. Van de Peer said you had a hobby on the side. You were collecting samples of swamp water. You got lost in the swamp and were trying to get out. Okay, so Van de Peer said you had a hobby on the side. I just noticed that the chat thing isn't working right now. Like, I know the chat works on Twitch, but not in the video itself. Okay, I'm just gonna type a test right now. Test. No, just isn't updating in the. Oh no, here it is. Okay, so let's hope it keeps working from now on. Okay, so. Van de Peer said you had a hobby on the side. Yeah, and he did say that.
Vanderpeer said you had a hobby on the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right. I brought 2 cameras with me when I came here. I left my video camera, yes, but I have another one. It's much smaller, and it only takes black and white photographs. You know the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So, you were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun?
Only one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect. Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wow. I guess, got really overexposed, isn't it?
Wait, what? This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet. I only took it last night. Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
Alright. Guess that's how it works. Oh. What do we have here?
What? Is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be. Personally, I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
Why aren't you more surprised, though? Alright, a blurry photograph taken by Bobby Burrell shortly before the murder. It shows something that looks like Boggy in the woods at the back of the swamp. The being in the photo seems to have long legs. Well, it's in the swamp, so... Okay. We have a few more clues now. We have the black and white photo.
Yes, that's my photograph, taken near the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog. Have you tried looking there?
I guess we will. Okay, the film footage.
Vincent's work, I see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera, at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Well, judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess.
Really? I thought they were animal sounds or something. That's it. And I think, yeah, we've also talked to with Vincent on everything as well. Present a clue. Oh no, the black and white photo.
He's a talented man, that Burl. Sometimes I wonder if he'd be better off pursuing his photography full-time, you know.
Alright. At least he kind of thinks about Burl, rather than just seeing him as some kind of slave to record everything for him. No, that's it. Alright, let's just continue on from here, and maybe we can find the place where Burl took the picture. Okay, here's the museum.
That's the logo for Boggy's Bog. So, I'm guessing this museum is an official part of the tourist attraction.
Alright.
I hope they don't charge an entrance fee.
Okay,
There's less light back there. Those trees are getting thicker and thicker. It's a stepping stone path that goes past the museum and into the woods. So glad I'm wearing my best shoes today.
honestly, you really should have known the moment you heard you were moving to a swamp. At least I assumed that Officer James told him they were going to a swamp.
That museum is quite a nice building, which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up on wooden supports? It's bizarre.
Yeah, I'm not sure how safe this is.
It's a stepping stone, so...
Same thing?
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers.
Blue and red flowers, alright.
There's less light back.
Same thing. I think that's it. We can just move inside.
The door's jammed unless I can get these brass handles out of the way. Seems like I can rotate them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear.
Alright. Oh no. This doesn't work out. Oh, wait.
That top hat guy would have so struggled with this one.
Really, Professor Layton would have had trouble with this one. Oh, good lord. Alright then. Let's see what we got here.
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked though. It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show.
Alright. Okay, so.
It says another story from Boggy's
That
Bog.
reminds me of a puzzle. Yeah. Alright.
But actually, I think this is from the very first episode.
I guess Detective Grimoire watched this show when it aired.
Boggy playing the piano. He's having a grand old time.
Alright then.
Swamp Studios. Providing the best in swamp-based animated entertainment.
A very specific kind of demographic for sure.
It's a poster from the old
Oh, that's just the standard.
It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show.
Alright.
Copyright MCM XXXIV. That'll be 1930, 1934?
Alright, 1934. We'll try to remember that. Also, SFB production. What was it again? Super Flash Brothers Productions. The Vian brothers, Tom Vian and Adam Vian. Yeah, let's just go through this first.
Models of Boggy's claws. Hold on. What's this? Something doesn't seem right here. I think I should try arranging these models into pairs. Something seems out of place.
According to historical sketches, the skin would have had a number of spots and patterns similar to that of a toad or frog. 3 prominent sharp claws, supposedly the primary weapon of the Boggy swamp monster. Some early sketches even showed a small thumb. Okay? Example A, example B. Examples of the creature's claws based on sketches. Okay, well, these actually look like claws. These one outright look like costumes.
I don't think these gloves are part of the exhibit. It looks like someone tried to hide them here.
So no comment about Professor Layton here, so I guess Professor Layton would be able to solve this one. These flippers, they're not part of the museum exhibit, that's for sure. Alright then. So, in the inventory, we now have gloves as well as flippers. So, we can kind of presume that here is where all the costume parts will be. Alright.
Let's see here. This journal belonged to the explorer, who first discovered Boggy in this swamp 60 years ago. I'd better take a look at this. This journal, it's full of drawings and notes all about Boggy.
Alright.
It seems to be the centerpiece of the entire museum.
Alright. Explorer's Journal. A journal recorded 60 years ago by the explorer who first visited the swamp. The only record of Boggy existing contains notes and sketches on the appearance of the swamp creature. Boggy is shown with 3 small claws on each arms. I guess it's a little bit sketchy, but yeah. Boggy's feet are always hidden in the water. There seems to be a page ripped from the back. Okay. Question mark. So yeah, okay, so I guess here's the clearer thing about the 3 claws. Okay. I think... Oh, wait.
Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are gross? Yes? Yes, I did.
I guess I didn't. Alright.
This is a really cramped museum. Just one room. Not worth the admission price.
But there was no admission price. Well, I guess it's still not worth being free then. Sheesh. Alright, let's see what this guy has to say.
So,
Let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
you're incorrect, Detective. I am no mere tourist.
How did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat? My sensitive, inquisitive manner?
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder. What are you doing?
It's a reference to Agent Mulder of the X-Files. I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook. I'm doing a drawing of your beautiful face. I'm writing my diary. It's been a long day. Yeah, alright.
I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook.
Alright. What's your job?
So, if you're not a tourist, and you don't work here...
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
So, you're visiting the museum. For fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Alright.
Ah, what kind of secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology. A fascinating combination of scientific fact and wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
So, you'll help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you. Oh yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners at least.
Alright then. Let's see. Folder's file. Information about Boggy collected by Agent Folder. Boggy Swamp became a protected area after reports of hunting in the area. Okay, so there's been reports of hunting in the area. Boggy's appearance has changed from the original sketches, in which he has 3 claws on each arm. The modern character has simple fin-like arms instead, to make him less threatening. Okay. No footprints were recorded in the journal, but some experts believe that information is out there somewhere. Okay. So yeah, here are the 3 claws, and here you see it's more of a flipper kind of thing in the animated shows. Alright then. How about last night?
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah, were you here yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing into the night.
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please.
Alright.
There's a key to every lock, Detective.
Oh, so you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick and get in through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law.
Yeah.
If everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
It's not my best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so I doubt...
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
Then what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
I need to pick my questions carefully.
He could report to the police, but why did he... Okay. I need to pick my questions carefully. Alright, let's see. I found inside, I found near, I lost near, I was given by, might belong to Mr. Harper, might belong to Agent Folder, was definitely a murder weapon, has been there for years, might belong to Mr. Harper. Okay, so, let's have some fun. Was definitely a murder weapon. Okay, so, my lost hat, I found inside Remington's body, was definitely the murder weapon.
The hat I found inside Remington's body was definitely the murder weapon. Oh, that doesn't make sense, does it? Did somebody tell me about this lockpick already?
Alright. Okay, so the lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder.
The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something.
Alright. Let's go through the clues first before we challenge him. So, the police file.
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
Obviously.
You're wasting your precious time, Detective.
Alright.
This file goes over some basic differences between the genuine creature and the cartoon character. It's nothing more than a basic overview, really.
Alright. The black and white photo.
Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid photograph.
What's a cryptid?
A creature unknown to science.
Alright, yeah.
Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
Have a good night.
It's perfect
thank you
because
for
it
joining.
can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on.
Let's have that again. Okay, so, the black and white photo.
Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid photograph.
What's a cryptid?
A creature unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on.
Alright then. Okay, how about the film footage?
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
Alright, if you say so. Lockpick. So, definitely has something to say about this, right?
Something you found on the floor? Come back when I'm not so busy, alright?
Alright, so yeah, you have to actually challenge him to actually talk about the lockpick. So, okay, Explorer's Journal.
An important piece of the puzzle. This journal is a key to unlocking the history of this place.
Alright. If you say so. How about the gloves?
The real swamp creature had claws. 3 on each hand, to be precise. Why does the costume just have these pathetic fins instead?
I wonder. Why is the costume with fins instead of the 3 claws? Especially because the case file notes 3 wounds, as if from a claw. So, flippers.
Guesswork. Nobody can know what Boggy's feet look like. It's his greatest secret.
Alright then, if you say so. Okay. What does he have to say about Van de Peer, Bobby Burrow, etc.?
This person is of no interest to me whatsoever.
Alright.
If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already.
Alright. Well, barely you're not interested then. Alright, are you interested in yourself at least?
Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule.
I guess he has nothing to say about himself. Okay, how about Boggy?
Are you asking about the cartoon character? Because I have no interest in such childish matters.
No, I think I'm asking about the actual creature. What's the difference anyway?
Everything!
Yeah, self-burn. Alright, how about Mr. Remington then?
The man was a fool! That's all you need to know.
Alright, let's actually challenge him about the lockpick.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies, go ahead.
So, what are we showing Folder now?
Well, I guess we want to show the black and white photo right now, the lockpick.
Where did I find this again?
The map location. Yeah, so it's outside the office.
I found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
You said Remington always carries a lockpick with him. He never said that. You already admitted to owning a lockpick and using it to open locked doors. You were at the scene of the crime yesterday and might know who dropped it. Yeah, you already admitted to owning a lockpick.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
You left your lockpick by Remington's office. You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
Alright then. So, that's all we can do here for now. Let's exit the museum. So, what do we have over here? I see some bubbles.
What's this? Looks like the stuff in the water has been moved around recently. Maybe if I reposition them, I'll find a clue.
Alright. Yeah, reposition. There's some marks here. Let's oh no. Right. What's this one? This one over here.
I recognize that footprint.
That's the same footprint from the crime scene.
It's the same as the one found at the crime scene.
Yeah, as he says. Alright then. So, that's that.
The rock path leading back towards the museum. The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad.
Oh, vanity.
It's like a little forest back here.
Well, it is a forest, so...
It's like a little... This staircase is a tree. And this tree is a staircase.
Alright.
And this place is so weird. This staircase and...
Okay. I think that should be it here, so let's move on. Alright, so there's a treehouse over here.
I wouldn't be using this old rope bridge if I had a choice. I've seen the movies, I know what happens.
Well, I mean, depends. Are you talking about movies like Indiana Jones? Because in that case, he cut the thing himself, actually. But I guess he's talking about other movies where it just breaks on its own. So.
It feels like I've stepped into nighttime. What happened to the sun?
I guess the artist just decided to have this place be a bit more mystical in the night and all that.
It feels like I've... Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home.
Alright.
Someone please tell...
Alright. Guess let's enter.
The latch is broken on this door. Seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place. Once they're on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Alright, let's see. So we have these cogs on these pins. Alright, let's see. This would would be too small. This would be able to reach both. Let's see. This wouldn't reach that, so this would reach it. This would reach that. And I think this should be... No? No, I think this should be... No?
Perfect. I am amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, screw the sun. Alright, okay.
This is like an oven? Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain.
I guess old-fashioned stuff just hurts your brain, I guess. Okay. It looks like kind of like a smiley. Like, here are the two eyes. Here's a smiling mouth.
Check out that sunlight beaming through the window. It's so bright I should have brought my sunglasses.
So I guess this sunlight... yeah, I guess there's an open spot behind the trees and all that.
Check out that sunlight.
Same thing.
The tree comes straight through the middle of the house. It even has little drawers carved into it.
Honestly, that's kind of cool.
Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Okay, where's the bed?
A little blanket on a little bed in a little house. It makes very little sense.
I mean, does it? I mean, of course you have to sleep somewhere in this house.
I'm indoors. What a treat. There's a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf. Or should I say yarn? I just don't know anymore.
Honestly, I'm not sure what the difference would be. Well, yarn is the thing. Is this thing itself, whereas wool is the material, I believe.
The tree comes straight. Okay, I'm indoors.
No, same thing. Okay, so let's just talk to this person.
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Well, a lot of RPG characters do that, so... Not exactly, I have to climb up here first. I'm paid to walk into people's house. Sorry, I would have rung the bell. I mean, yeah, there is no bell, so...
Sorry, I would have rung the bell, but you don't have one.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention, but I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to leave me alone. But I don't think you're going to, are you?
No. I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
I'm Detective Grimoire, and I think I might agree with you.
Alright, let's talk about your job here.
What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born, and I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
What have you been doing for that time? If you don't mind me asking.
I have many reasons to be here, but I won't bore you with all the details of my life.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area.
Alright.
I've learned many things from them.
Now, what about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set.
She's
but
been here
if
the
you bring
whole
me an
time.
object that has
Yes.
liquid on it or inside
Oh
it,
my god, I'm
I'll
just
tell you
talking
what
to
that
Sam
liquid
Rice right
consists of.
Wow, how do you do that?
Chemistry.
Okay, so here's the flower book. A page from Weybridge's Book of Pressed Flowers contains information about all the flowers in the swamp and where they grow. The green and red species only grow around the side door of the museum and can be found anywhere and can't be found anywhere else. Okay, so that's her job. So How about last night?
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Oh, that sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here,
The
in
whole
my
time.
house by myself.
What else?
That's it.
Thanks. Just give me a minute to write all this down.
I mean, there's a lot to write down, right? Alright, let's start presenting clues. So, what does she have to say about the police file?
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Alright, what? There's no liquid on the map, but let's see. Yeah, so you notice that they clearly indicate what has liquid on it, but let's just go through all of them.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Alright. About the flower book.
They're samples of flowers that grow in this area. 2 of them you don't see very much anymore. And 1 of them only grows around the museum.
Yeah, so pretty much the same thing the flower book itself is saying. So how about Folder's file?
No, thank you.
Alright. How about the black and white photo?
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
It's a picture of liquid. How about the film footage?
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Alright. Yeah, let's just go about the Explorer's Journal first.
This is a 60-year-old journal. It was on display in a museum.
I know what it is.
I thought you might.
Alright. Ominous. Alright, let's go over the liquidy things. And I guess let's go over flippers first, I guess.
No, thank you.
Alright, let's go over the liquid things.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron.
Alright.
Then tap the faucet.
Okay.
And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
Alright, let's just test things out. So, how about this one on its own? Nope.
That's not right. Come on, Grimoire, you're good at colors.
I mean, I'm slightly colorblind, but even I can tell it's not the same thing. So, okay. So, how about this one?
That's not right. Come on, Grimoire, you're good at colors.
Okay, how about this one?
That's not right. Come on, Grimoire, you're good at colors.
Okay, I do know color theory though, so let's just have this color with this color, which would be a different color from this, but just to show how they can mix together.
Got it!
It is the right color, I'm sorry. Well, there you go. Like I said, I'm slightly colorblind, so... Okay.
Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes.
Yeah, so it's the blueberry kind of thing and flowery thing. Okay. How about the gloves?
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron. Then tap the faucet. And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
But let's just do the wrong one right now. So this one and this one would be a different color. Yes, it is.
That's not right. Come on, Grimoire, you're good at colors.
Okay, but let's just do the same thing as last time. This one and this one.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. That looks pretty similar to last time.
Right then. Yeah, that's it. There's some clues right now. How about, what does she have to say about the other characters? So, first of all, what does she have to say about herself? Let's just start with that first before we go with everything else.
A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse. I heard she wasn't so keen on visitors, though.
At least she doesn't burn herself like with Agent Folder. Alright, what does she have to say about Vandermeer?
I'm not even sure who that is.
Alright, what does she have to say about Bobby Girl?
You should ask someone else.
What does she have to say about Agent Folder?
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
Alright, what does she have to say about Boggy?
I'm not even sure who that is.
Okay. What does she have to say about Mr. Remington?
I have nothing good to say about that man, so I won't say anything at all.
Alright. You could say something. I don't know, just a little bit of a clue, but yeah, clearly she does not have a good opinion about Mr. Remington. Alright. That's it for Treehouse for now. Let's continue further. Alright, well, we found something in the trash last time. Let's look again.
Predictably, a trash can, and I just can't resist taking a look inside.
You are a detective, after all.
The glamorous life of a detective.
Yep.
My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here. Or something more sinister.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked it, but yeah. These look like designs for a Boggy costume. What's going on around here? So yeah, so we see arrows for a to a mask, to the flippers, and to the fins. Yeah, and it's numbered. Like the mask is number 1, the flippers number 2, the body is number 3, the legs are number 4, and the flippers are number 5.
Are we really talking about a swamp creature here?
Alright. I found the office explains what, I found the trash, it can explain what, I will need this proves what, was doing last night, ever existed, smells like, is showing me, was doing last night. Okay, let's see. Okay. Hey, Coils & Co. Fairground. Okay, so my outfit, I brought with me disproves what Coils & Co. Fairground smells like.
My outfit I brought with me disproves what Coils & Co. Fairground smells like. Oh, that doesn't make sense, does it?
Makes perfect sense to me. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so the costume design, I found a trash can explains what the black and white photo is showing.
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph, I'm not sure I'm looking at the real Boggy here, and I think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Alright, chapter 2, A Deadly Disguise.
I have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
Remington's office?
Mm-hmm.
Alright then. So yeah, we can go into Remington's office if we want. But let's look around here first.
Grass, trees, nothing unusual. Grass. The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship, I think. Never really learned much about ships.
Are you sure?
Water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Seriously, I'm not drinking that. A shipwreck? In a swamp? Does that make any sense?
It is if the shipwreck was caused because it went into the swamp.
And why is there a cafe growing out of the side?
I mean, it's not so much growing out of the side so much as opened up.
There's a wooden path built right into the shipwreck. The rope bridge leads up through those trees. Do they expect tourists to climb up there? It looks dangerous.
So, is Lady Waybridge part of the attraction? Alright,
A shipwreck? And
same thing. Okay, so let's talk to this guy.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
at your service. Well, kind of. You're a suspect, too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find this swamp to be your greatest challenge.
Alright. What's so challenging about an old swamp? You mean this murder case? I'm sure I can handle it. Love challenge. Eat challenge for breakfast. Yeah, sure, let's be a bit confident.
I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse.
Ooh.
My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward.
I'm supposed to look to the past, right?
Alright. Killed the swamp creature when, founded Boggy's Bog when, was living in the swamp when, built a museum because, became a famous cartoon character, was hunted and killed, was discovered by the explorer 20 years ago, discovered by the explorer 16 years ago, became a famous cartoon character. Okay, alright, let's see. What do we have? Okay. Yeah, the treehouse built the museum. Because Agent Folder became a famous cartoon character.
The treehouse built the museum because Agent Folder became a famous cartoon character. I'm losing my mind here.
Let's see. So, okay, so, Richard Remington. He founded Boggy's Bog when, the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 60 years ago.
Richard Remington founded Boggy's Bog when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 60 years ago. Oh, that doesn't make sense, does it?
No, because he wasn't born yet 60.
I'm starting to piece together the history of this place.
Right, no. The 60 years ago is when the explorer found him 20 years ago.
Richard Remington founded Boggy's Bog when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 20 years ago.
Okay, so was living in the swamp when. Oh no! Wait, no. I was thinking in the wrong direction. Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when Richard Remington. No. When the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 6 years ago. Yeah, that was it.
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 60 years ago. Lady Weybridge. She was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer.
Yep. Oh, challenge for breakfast is in using gravel instead of cereal. Ouch. Ugh. I don't know I'd do that. Okay, so Weybridge was living in the swamp when the explorer first visited 60 years ago. So that's something to ask her about. But let's just move further first. Let's not backtrack until we actually have her. Okay, so what's your job?
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
Right. What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make. The bog dog. He ate one nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice. Try it.
It looks like... Well, I'll try some later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently. I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday?
Alright, visit the cafe after, left the cafe feeling ill after, was the reason that murdered the victim because... suddenly burst into flames, was fired from their job, sold him some swamp juice, sold him a bog dog, suddenly burst into flames. Okay, so, let's see. Okay, so Harper murdered the victim because a bog dog suddenly burst into flames.
Hopper murdered the victim because a bog dog suddenly burst into flames. I'm losing my mind here.
Okay, let's see. Okay, left feeling ill. Yeah, Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Harper sold a bog dog.
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him a bog dog. Hopper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
Alright. So yeah, we can immediately do that, but let's go over the usual things first. So, last night.
You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to? Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening. I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
Okay. You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton staff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
To be fair.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
I mean, you can still make a joke even if you don't laugh. Okay. Boggy costume.
Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in a trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps?
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet.
Alright. Okay, let's go over the clues. So, the police file.
He's dead, but he always knew what he was getting involved with.
Alright. Ominous. Here's the map.
You don't know everything, I'm afraid.
Alright. The flower book.
I can't help you with that one. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, how about Volder's file?
Why don't you show that to someone else?
Sure, okay. Alright, the swamp juice. You have something to say about this, right?
It's the most popular drink that I sell. In fact, a lot of it has disappeared from my stocks recently.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. The bog dog.
It was Mr. Remington's favorite food. That strange green powder isn't supposed to be there.
Alright. Like, I guess the bog dog is just meant to just be a regular hot dog? No. Here's a black and white photo.
You don't know everything, I'm afraid.
Alright, how about the film footage?
I can't help you with that one. Sorry.
That's okay. How about the lockpick?
Why don't you show that to someone else?
How about the Explorer's Journal?
You don't know everything, I'm afraid.
Alright. How about the costume designs?
I can't help you with that one. Sorry.
Alright, how about the gloves?
Why don't you show that to someone else?
How about the photos?
You don't know everything, I'm afraid.
Okay, I guess that's all we get out of him in terms of the clues. How about himself?
I don't know very much about them.
About yourself? Okay. How about Vanderpeer?
You have a lot of suspects on that list.
I definitely do, yeah. Okay, how about Bobby Burrow?
I don't know what to say.
How about Lady Weybridge?
I don't know very much about them.
You end up not knowing a lot, turns out, Harper.
You have a lot of suspects on that list.
Alright, how about Boggy? You have something to say about Boggy, right?
You're prime suspect, am I correct?
Well, technically, but I'm not even sure he's real.
Don't worry about that. Real or not, the creature's the most important part of this mystery.
Which one? The cartoon character or the real creature?
Exactly.
Alright. How about Mr. Remington?
He was a friend for many years. If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you.
Alright, well, we do have something to challenge him with, so...
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it?
Alright, so, what could the green powder thing be? Could it be ketchup?
That's not it.
Maybe if it's very bad ketchup. Right. Drag an item into the question space, try it. What caused Remington to suddenly fall ill yesterday? How about this instead?
That's not it.
Alright. How about just some spices? Or is it mustard?
That's not it.
Okay, no. How about frickin' poison?
A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
Well, you left the food stocks outside the storeroom. I have proof it was you that poisoned this food. The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick. Okay, this makes the most sense. And there is no proof that he poisoned the food right now, so let's just go with the lockpick.
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
Alright. Okay, so, yeah, here's the swamp juice. A popular drink sold at the cafe in Boggy's Bog has the appearance of strange liquid slime. Like a mysterious slime, even. Harper says a lot of swamp juice has disappeared from the stock recently. Alright, let's move further. This way would be up the tree, so let's just go this way. Alright, so this here is Sally. She is actually going to be pretty important in the next one, so that's going to be interesting. Let's go over this place first.
There aren't many clues over here, unless those trees are a clue.
Maybe.
But I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Okay, how about this bridge?
I'm not going to worry about how frail that wooden path looks. Nope.
Just don't think about it. Okay.
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look.
Alright.
Boggy dolls, boggy toys, boggy postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad.
It's better than the toys found in the fairground.
It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though. It's a framed drawing of Boggy. What a shame, it's not even signed.
So, I guess would a signature of Boggy be its I guess not the flippers, but I guess the claws then.
It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting. There's really no way to tell, you know?
Alright.
Boggy doll.
Same thing as that.
Boggy.
Same thing as that.
Boggy doll.
Same thing as that.
Well, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe to sleep in, you know, not outside.
Maybe it's not. Maybe if you're a really big fan of Boggy's Bog.
A Boggy's Bog mug. Maybe I'll get one and surprise Officer James for Christmas.
Yeah, maybe.
Brightly colored Boggy baseball caps. Is there something behind them? What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong here at all. It's some kind of roughly made costume head, I think. There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside. 2 clues for the price of 1, I guess.
So, does he just take it? Sally's right there. Alright, so, we have the headpiece. Headpiece from a homemade Boggy costume, found hidden amongst the Boggy hats in the gift shop. Has an unusual lining with a red swirly pattern. The red lining was a piece ripped from some curtains. Okay. So, oh, there's a mushroom.
There aren't many clues over here. Unless, but...
Okay. I guess let's actually talk this out over here.
What?
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
Oh no, I only just arrived. I know, I was in my office yesterday. Did you miss me?
I know. I was in my office yesterday.
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your hat I saw blowing through here.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kinda dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do you know?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
Alright then. Okay, so, let's talk to Sally. What's your job? I mean, you can kind of guess what her job is, considering the gift shop here, but...
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on, you don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day. It's impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted.
For people who have seen Dragon Ball Z Abridged, the voice actress of Sally is in fact Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z Abridged. So, fun fact there. Alright, last night.
When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight.
Fair.
Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
Huh.
You left them here? By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
Alright, so, black leggings. A pair of Sally's black leggings. Sally says someone played a joke on her since they are covered in a strange liquid slime. Sally left these leggings in her bag and left that bag in the swamp last night. Oh yeah, does sound familiar. Yeah, neat. She has a bit of a lower voice as Android 18, I guess, just to simulate her actual voice in the English dub. But yeah, you can kind of hear it. Alright, what does she have to say about the Boggy costume?
I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You've never seen me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but...
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
That's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear?
And making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these.
Until the next game, when she starts wearing something else, but I guess that's for the future. Alright, present the clue. Let's go over the police file.
I have no idea what that is.
Well, it's police file. How about a map?
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
Where is he? Like, how much room is there in that trench coat of his? Alright, the Boggy hat that was in her gift shop.
These hats look pretty stupid. Luckily, kids seem to like stupid stuff.
You sell a lot of them?
Yeah, they're pretty popular.
Alright. Okay, how about the flower book?
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Alright. How about folder's file?
I have no idea what that is.
How about the swamp juice?
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
Again, maybe there's just a lot of pockets in the trench coat.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Alright. How about the black and white photo?
This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm. The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
Mm-hmm. A little through there. How about the film footage?
I have no idea what that is.
Well, there's a footage of a swamp and you hear a bunch of creakings that could be animal noises. How about the curtain piece that we found inside the headpiece?
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
How about the lockpick?
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
How about the explorer's journal?
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, how about the costume design?
I can draw way better than that.
Can you show me?
There's no time. Maybe in the sequel.
I don't think she ever actually draws in the sequel. Feels like a missed opportunity at this point. Okay, headpiece.
That is not something from my gift shop. I've never seen it before.
That means someone put it there. How about the gloves?
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
How about the black leggings? That's your black leggings.
They're mine, but I left them here last night.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're covered in slime, and I don't want to go near them.
Okay. How about the flippers?
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Alright. What does she have to say about herself?
Her? I don't know why she still works here, to be honest. One murder is one murder too many.
Well, that's gonna be funny when we get to the sequel. Alright. What does she have to say about Harper?
I really don't know what to tell you.
What does she have to say about Vanderveer?
Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that.
Well, I guess. Okay, how about Bobby World?
Is that your new friend? Sweet.
Alright, how about Lady Waybridge?
I really don't know what to tell you.
What does she have to say about Agent Fuller?
Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that.
I don't know, is he suspicious or is he just annoying? How about Boggy?
I think the cartoon character is kind of dumb.
What about the real creature?
I've never met him.
Me neither.
Alright, how about Mr. Remington himself?
He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
That's fair.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
I mean, I feel like when you do this job long enough, eventually you kind of get desensitized about that. Alright. Okay, that's it. Here, let's just move forward. Okay, and we've gone a whole circle. So, have we seen everybody? No, because there's still a question mark here. So, let's just loop back around. Oh, what do you know? Who do we have here?
Oh?
You've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
Well, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool name. Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Okay. Why? Because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose. Why? Because you're a good swimmer. That's a reference to Echo the Dolphin there. Why? Because you'd bounce if I threw you at a wall? Sheesh. Okay, Sheesh. Okay, let's just go with the reference here.
Why? Because you're a good swimmer?
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again, until my job is done.
Alright then. So, what's your job?
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
Oh,
what does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it was...
Not thought. Felt.
I felt...
Right.
Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
All right.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
Alright then. So, what about last night?
You come here every day.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting a tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat.
Fair.
Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
Alright. Boggy costume.
What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A Boggy costume.
It's Boggy!
I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my tent. You really should see.
But he was only discovered 60 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
Alright. So he has not seen anyone wearing that costume. Okay. What's that a clue? The police file.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Alright. How about the map?
Show it to somebody else.
How about the Boggy cat?
No thanks, my friend.
What? I thought you were a fan of Boggy. Alright. Flower book.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Alright. How about Folder's file?
Show it to somebody else.
Alright. How about the swamp cat?
No thanks, my friend.
How about the bog dog?
I'm afraid I have no idea.
How about the black and white photo?
Show it to somebody else.
Are you at least interested in a Boggy-like figure in the photo? Or the film footage?
No thanks, my friend.
How about the curtain piece?
I'm afraid I have no idea.
How about the lockpick?
Show it to somebody else.
How about the explorer journal?
This is the journal, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The one that man left here 60 years ago?
Yep.
You seem a little unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973, he...
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp creature. The cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so he can't really imagine Boggy looking anything besides the cartoon character. That's something, right? Here's the costume designs.
No thanks, my friend.
Here's the headpiece.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Alright, how about the gloves?
Show it to somebody else.
How about the black leggings?
No thanks, my friend.
How about the flippers?
I'm afraid I have no idea.
So that's it for the clues then. What does he have to say about himself?
A man who has sacrificed luxuries to protect those who need protecting. Pretty good beard, too.
Vanity. Alright, what does he have to say about Sally Spears? By the way, Sally Spears, her last name is the same last name as Jerry Spears from the last game. Like, no confirmation that they are related at all. But it is a last name that they reused for some reason. Anyway, what does he have to say about Sally Spears?
You're wasting your time with that one.
Okay, sheesh. Alright, how about Harper?
He seems like a good person. He even sympathizes with my cause.
He agrees with your protest? But he works here, right? And he was friends with Remington.
I think that was the only reason he worked here. Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him.
Alright.
Maybe everyone will.
Alright then. So, turns out Harper actually agrees with Echo, but only works here because he's friends with Mr. Remington. Alright, something to keep in mind. Alright, what does he have to say about the Vanderbeer?
I have nothing to say about them.
Alright, what does he have to say about Bobby Burrow?
You're asking the wrong person.
What does he have to say about Lady Weybridge?
You're wasting your time with that one.
How about Agent Folder?
Ah, yes, Agent Folder. A good man.
You know him?
We get on rather well. And we shared a number of views on the way things were run around here.
Alright. Okay, so they kind of know each other. What does he have to say about Boggy?
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal. and he wants to be left alone at any cost.
Okay. What does he have to say about Mr. Remington?
The murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
Well, alright then. I'm going off to sleep. Have fun with the stream. Alright, have a good night. Thank you for joining. Okay, since we have met all the characters now, let's go over what we know about them and see what's suspicious and what's not suspicious. Alright, bye.
Hey.
Okay, Sally Spears, gift shop girl. You may have realized it's kinda dead around here. Tips for unlocking challenge topics, talk to everyone, examine everything, present clues and profiles. Alright. So, Sally only begun working in the swamp this year. Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit suspicious, let's be honest. So, okay. Sally thinks the swamp is disgusting. That's not suspicious, that's just a fact at this point.
Not suspicious.
Sally has long legs. She can have long legs.
Not suspicious?
Okay, Sally always wears black leggings. Yeah, considering that we have found the black leggings, that is a little bit suspicious. Let's keep it as suspicious. Alright. Sally often brings spare clothes to the swamp. That kind of makes sense considering how dirty it can be here in the swamp, so...
Not suspicious.
Sally does not lock away her belongings in the evening. It kind of makes sense what she's saying. Nobody will ever try to steal these things. At least they say that the merchandise is bad. Still, it's still slightly suspicious. She does not lock away her belongings. Maybe there's something about that. So, okay. Sally's unable to lock her gift shop in the evening. We'll keep it as suspicious for now, but it seems to make sense. But, okay, so that means Sally Spears is now at this level. How about Echo?
Oh?
Echo, protesting hippie. Well, again and again until the job is done. Challenge. Tips for unlocking challenge town. So yeah, we haven't challenged Echo yet. Okay, Echo is protesting for animal rights in the swamp. I mean, makes sense so far with how he's characterized.
Not suspicious.
Echo is a fan of the Boggy cartoon character. I mean, yeah, you can be a fan.
Not suspicious.
Doesn't know much about the wheel swamp creature. It's possible to be a fan of something and not know everything about it. Let's keep it as suspicious for now. Echo shares many views with Agent Folder. It's not necessarily suspicious at this point until we find more about Agent Folder, which may be suspicious.
Not suspicious.
Echo is not a talented artist or musician. Nothing really suspicious about that.
Not suspicious.
So, Echo right now is, like, all the way over here. How about Harper? Harper, chef. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. So, the challenge has already been solved. Harper's cafe was broken into with a lockpick and somebody else poisoned his bog dog. So, Harper knows everybody's favorite foods. Makes sense that he would know all that. But it is something that you can use. So we'll keep it as suspicious. Alright, Harper sells a drink known as swamp juice. I mean, alright. I mean, there's been a mysterious liquid and all that. Let's keep it as suspicious for now. Suspicious. Says lots of swamp juice has disappeared recently. I mean, yeah, okay, let's just do
not suspicious
right now. Because it could be that he made it disappear, but for now, everything seems to point to someone else stealing it. Right. Serves Remington's favorite, the bog dog. I mean, he knows Remington, and he knows his favorite food, so...
Not suspicious.
Stays open late, but locks up when he leaves. Makes sense, that's what you do.
Not suspicious.
Harper has known Remington for many years. I mean, yeah, that could just be a fact.
Not suspicious.
Okay, how about Vanderbeer? Vanderbeer, movie director, the artist, the visionary, the auteur. Okay, so challenge solved. Bribed Remington to get permission and promised him a cut of the movie's profits. And that's what he did. Okay, researching locations for a movie about Boggy. He is a film director.
Not suspicious.
Vanderpeer works with Bobby Burl. That's pretty clear at this point.
Not suspicious.
Was unable to find Burl to work last night. From what we know of Burl, he was just going off taking pictures, so...
Not suspicious.
Vanderpeer filmed by himself last night. Yeah, he did give us the footage with the sounds, but he could have done more by himself last night, so let's keep it as suspicious. Was filming at the exact time of the murder. As if creating an alibi almost, so let's just keep it suspicious. Tried to film before, but wasn't given permission. Keep that as suspicious. Has made a string of popular fantasy movies. I mean, sure, if they say so. We'll just
not suspicious.
Keep it at not suspicious for now. Okay, Bobby Burl. Bobby Burl, cameraman. I'm Bobby Burl, professional cameraman. Challenge solved. Burl was having time off last night to take black and white photographs of the swamp. Has worked with Vanderpeer for years.
Not suspicious.
Clear at this point. Burl carries his camera around most of the time. The other time is with the black and white photographs, so that seems to be confirmed at this point.
Not suspicious.
Saw Remington leave the cafe looking sick last night. Alright, yeah, it seems to be the fact at this point, so let's just...
Not suspicious.
Not suspicious. Has a secret passionate hobby on the side. As far as we can tell, it's just his photography, so...
Not suspicious.
Burl enjoys the traditional black and white photography. Yep.
Not suspicious.
Burl took a blurry photo of something in the woods, yeah, and the fact that he wasn't really that surprised about it, let's keep it as suspicious for now. Okay, Lady Weybridge. Okay, Lady Weybridge, local woman. You just walked straight into my house, did you? So, the challenge is unlocked, so we can challenge her. We haven't done that yet. Weybridge was living in a swamp when the explorer first visited 60 years ago, so that's something to challenge. Weybridge has lived in a swamp for over 60 years. I mean, she says it. Let's keep it suspicious for now. Weybridge knows all about the flowers that grow here. I mean, if you supposedly live this long in this swamp...
Not suspicious.
Hates Remington and his tourist attraction. Makes for at least some kind of motive for killing Remington, so let's keep it as suspicious. We don't know a lot about her yet, so... Agent Folder. So, Agent Folder, paranormal expert. You're incorrect, detective. I am no mere tourist. Challenge solved. The lockpick I found used to belong to him, but he lost it and bought a new one. Yeah, so, we already challenged him. Folder spends a lot of time in the museum. I mean, it is a bit weird. It's not necessarily suspicious. He seems to be the type that would do something like that.
Not suspicious.
Folder has a deep interest in cryptozoology. It seems to make sense with him so far.
Not suspicious.
Folder knows a lot about the real swamp creature. Would that be information he would be able to use? Let's keep that suspicious. Agent Folder, suspicious. Has a lockpick that he uses to open locked doors. That is suspicious, let's be honest. Even if he explained how he lost one of them, still the fact that he does that is kind of suspicious. Bought a new lockpick after losing his old one. I mean, that in itself is not suspicious because we know that he lost it and then bought a new one that we have.
Not suspicious.
So it's not suspicious. It is suspicious he has a lockpick in the first place, though. So okay, Boggy. Again, mysterious creature. ... We can't really challenge Boggy until we meet the Boggy. Boggy was discovered 60 years ago by an explorer. Seems to be the fact at this point.
Not suspicious.
Boggy was recorded in an explorer's journal. He was indeed recorded in the explorer's journal.
Not suspicious.
Has not been officially cited for 60 years.
Not suspicious.
Yes, it's the truth. Boggy has 3 small claws on each arm. Yeah. In terms of fitting with the crime scene, there were 3 wounds, so... Page 2. Boggy has since become a famous cartoon character. He definitely has.
Not suspicious.
His appearance changed from the original record. That is
not suspicious.
Okay, let's look back at Mr. Remington. yeah, so I think we put everything on not suspicious, but no, it's just the same thing as last time we checked. So at the moment, the most suspicious person right now would be Lady Waybridge, because we haven't challenged her yet and we barely know anything about her. But we have the keys. Click and hold the back button to exit the meeting. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, oh yeah, we haven't checked this tent yet, because the game was railroading us to the crime scene. Let's check this.
I'm impressed someone managed to pitch a tent here, and I'm impressed someone would want to.
Alright.
It's a colorful, Boggy-themed padlock.
Something tells me he's a fan of Boggy.
He's staring into my soul. It should open if I set the right number.
Okay, so we have 4 numbers. We know he's a fan of Boggy. Let's... no, the map. Okay, if we go back to the museum...
It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show. Copyright MCM XXXIV. That'll be 1930, 1934?
So 1934. And we know that he's a fan of the Boggy cartoon, so...
I'm impressed, and I...
Okay, so... 1930...
It's a journal. I guess it belongs to Echo. Bad news. Remington is dead. I don't know what to do. Was my whole protest in vain? They'll shut this place down, sure, but I'll never know if I got through to him. That's all he's written.
Okay. Now that we've checked that, okay, before we go over the new clues that we found with all the characters we have already talked with, let's actually enter Remington's office, since we now can't go into Remington's office.
Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped. This door has 2 keyholes.
Alright.
So, which key should I use in each one?
Well, let's see if my spatial awareness is good enough for this. Oh, what do you know? Okay, well.
This is the creepiest office I've ever been in. Ever.
Well, sucking that, coils. Okay, let's see. Let's go over the door first.
I probably shouldn't leave until I've searched a bit more thoroughly.
Alright.
This is the creepiest...
Okay, that's the same thing. Okay, what does he have to say about this cat here?
Hunting memorabilia. Claws, teeth. It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing.
Alright.
These animals... They're all... They're not... I don't recognize any of them.
I mean, that still looks like a bull. Like, here's a one-eyed rabbit-like thing. But yeah, this still just looks like a bull, honestly. Okay,
I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it now.
Alright. Let's see.
The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off.
I wonder where the part of the curtain is. Alright.
This is the creepiest...
So just...
Something happened here. There are signs of a struggle between the desk and the window.
Alright, there's a gun.
An old hunting rifle, discarded carelessly near the window. This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore.
Nope. An old-fashioned hunting rifle found discarded on the floor in Remington's office. Okay, so, we know there were wounds with 3 stab wounds on Remington.
It's a sharp metal poker for a fireplace, hidden in the shadows. Something about those 3 prongs.
Yeah.
I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence.
A fireplace poker hidden in Remington's office. It has 3 small prongs on the end. There is a small amount of dried blood on the tips of the prongs, covered in a strange liquid slime. The 3 prongs match up with Remington's wounds. Could this be the murder weapon? Question mark, question mark. Okay.
Photos and paintings line the wall above the fireplace, but one of the frames is empty. Wait a second. What are these pieces on the floor underneath it? This photo is ripped, but it looks important. If I can piece it together again, maybe it'll reveal a secret.
Alright. Usually with these things, let's start with corners first, and then we can move from there. Okay, so, this fits. Okay, so, these 2 fits. Not this one. This one fits. Okay. So we have a bunch of lower bodies. Okay. This is a long photo, by the way. Yeah, wide photo. Okay, we know that this fits with this. We know that this fits with this. We know that this fits with. There you go. Okay, so you noticed at least Mr. Remington himself is here, and there are a bunch of other hunters.
This photograph, it's a young Remington. And then some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles.
It's a little bit misaligned here, but I guess it gets the message across.
Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
Yeah, Harper does know Remington, so... Alright, this fits better. First Order of Cryptozoological Hunters, Headquarters 1963. A group photo of a hunting club. A younger Remington stands among friends. They are all holding rifles. Yeah, and here's young Remington himself.
Have I uncovered a secret in here?
Alright, oh, hey, look, it's a broken mirror from the previous game. Okay, so, okay, this proves that historical evidence that shouldn't be the reason, explains why. Was a ghost, murdered the victim, was found at the crime scene, belonged to a secret society, was a ghost. Okay, so... okay, sure. The hunting rifle explains why a broken mirror murdered the victim.
The hunting rifle explains why a broken mirror murdered the victim. I'm losing my mind here. There's something about Mr. Remington.
Alright, so, yeah, the hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society.
The hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. I'm getting a strong feeling that Remington might be the bad guy in this story. If he wasn't already dead, I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around, see if I can gather any information about his motives for being here.
Alright. Chapter 3. Richard Remington's real reasons. Okay, there's still some highlighting here, so let's just check.
Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. He was obsessed. An ink bottle spilled into his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings.
Alright.
It's a letter Remington was writing before something caused him to spill his ink bottle. My dear fellow.
Remember that name for the next game.
I received your note 2 weeks ago, but I've only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close. All due to the simple realization, the rest is obscured. What a tease.
Alright, so he's writing to someone called Fellow. But he got interrupted, and the ink fell over the letter. Okay, so here's something about the swamp creature, which we now call Boggy. Just a lot of stuff about Boggy. Okay.
Vincent Vanderpeer's business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back.
Alright.
Vincent Van... There's...
Okay, so, yeah. Bunch of numbers.
It's a note addressed to Richard Remington. The handwriting is immaculate.
Alright.
Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF.
Yet again, fellows, and we have FF. It's a Fantastic Four.
And attached is a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea.
So a lot of this with FF as well as this blurry picture of some kind of golden insect, it's all foreshadowing for the next game. So turns out they have kind of planned things ahead for the next game while making this one, so that's pretty cool. I think we can just leave now. Yeah. Alright. So, let's review what we have found with Remington. So, mysterious slime around his wound. That is suspicious. Received 3 small wounds on his chest that, well, now we kind of have more of a clue on what actually stabbed him. But yeah, not suspicious for him specifically for being the murderer of himself. His body was found outside his office in the swamp. Again, makes sense, he was in his office. Was stabbed by a fireplace poker with 3 prongs. I mean, yeah, makes sense.
Not suspicious.
Fell through his window after being stabbed.
Not suspicious?
Yes, was secretly trying to hunt and kill Boggy. I mean, it makes sense. It is probably, it's likely the case, but it does make him a bit more suspicious that he was trying to hunt and kill Boggy, considering, yeah, kind of shows that he wasn't really that innocent in the first place. But we already kind of knew that from other people's opinions. So, now that we have all that, we have a lot more clues to show to everybody. Like, almost all the clues, even. So, let's go from the beginning again. Or you know what? When I say beginning, we kinda went through the protest first before we entered the next area with Burl and Van de Peer. It's just that Echo wasn't there at that point, so let's just start with Echo and go over the whole circle. Okay, Richard Remington. So we can now ask about Richard Remington himself. Like, it's different from the profile Richard Remington because now it's more about Richard Remington after knowing more about him.
So what did Mr. Remington think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, and he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me. Ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what, he just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure. Yes.
Yeah, so, from what we can tell, he seeming more interested in actually hunting Boggy rather than the actual tourist attraction. Okay, so, we have more clues. The hunting rifle.
Show it to somebody else.
Alright. How about the fireplace poker?
Why are you carrying that around with you?
I have a suspicion it may have been the murder weapon.
Really? I thought Remington was attacked by something with claws, wasn't he?
Alright, how about the hunting photo?
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Well, I found the photo in Remington's office. It was ripped up, though. I think he was some kind of...
He was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture. And show it to Mr. Harper before you leave.
Alright, okay, so. Alright, let's see. Okay, those are all the clues. And we've already shown them all the profiles, so now we continue with, I guess Burl is here in front for Van de Peer, so. Okay, yeah, we were not able to ask about the Boggy costume yet because we haven't found it when we talked to Bobby, so...
I found these designs for a costume, a Boggy costume.
Aha, the legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell.
Right, how about Richard Remington?
You saw Remington last night, but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know! I just can't understand why anyone would even try.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Like
Really?
what?
I have no idea. If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets.
That's fair. Alright. Yeah, we have a lot of clues to go over with him, so... What does he have to say about the Boggy yet?
I'm sorry I have not seen that before.
How about the flower?
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
How about the Fuller's fire?
That's great.
How about the swamp juice?
I'm sorry I have not seen that before.
Oh, heyo, I'm back at last, and the animation for this one is amazing. Yeah, indeed. So they really improved on the the art, the animation too. But yeah, they really improved a lot compared to the previous game. So, what does Burl have to say about the bog dog?
That's the food I saw Mr. Remington eating at the cafe last night.
Before he got ill and rushed back to his office?
That's right.
This is going down in my notebook. It might be important.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, hunting rifle. What does he have to say about that?
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
Like, do you not have any comments whatsoever? Yeah, this is again, this is something that Tangle Tower does better. Tangle Tower actually has proper reactions from every character on every clue on every character, which makes it so that you kind of want to actually show everything to everyone just to hear it. Alright, what does he have to say about the curtain piece?
That's great.
Thanks, buddy. How about the fireplace poker?
I'm sorry I have not seen that before.
What does he have to say about the hunting photo?
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
What does he have to say about the explorer's journal?
That's great.
What does he have to say about the costume designs?
I'm sorry I have not seen that before.
What does he have to say about the headpiece?
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
What does he have to say about the gloves?
That's great.
What does he have to say about the black leggings?
I'm sorry I have not seen that before.
Okay, so that's it in terms of the clues. We have met more people in the meantime, because at the time we talked with Bobby Burl, we only saw Bobby Burl and Vanderpeer. Even then, we haven't actually asked his opinion on Vanderpeer yet, so... Alright, but let's, you know what, Vanderpeer is right here, so let's just ask about him first.
The famous director, and my friend.
He outright says he's a friend, so... Okay, Sally Spears. What does he have to say about Sally Spears?
I really don't have an opinion. My apologies.
Alright, what does he have to say about Echo?
You should ask someone else.
Okay, well, what does he have to say about Harbor?
Try showing it to somebody different.
Oh, whoops. There's a clues. Profile. What does he have to say about Lady Weybridge?
I really don't have an opinion. My apologies.
Alright. Okay, what does he have to say about Agent Folder?
You should ask someone else.
And that's it in terms of all the characters. That means we pretty much completed Bobby Burl as a character. Alright, how about Vanderpeer? Let's see. The Boggy costume. We haven't talked about the Boggy costume with him yet because we found it afterwards.
What can you tell me about these designs for a Boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera. I can assure you that.
What about your Boggy movie? Isn't that gonna be, like, A guy in a costume, or a puppet, or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery. I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer. Much cheaper, too.
Huh.
You know, there is still a need for practical effects compared to CGI. Like, especially for a swamp creature that you want to actually make look real. So, honestly, the fact that this filmmaker seems to believe, oh, I can just make a CGI puppet of the swamp creature, like, not really something I would approve of, let's be honest. Alright, what does he have to say about Richard Remington?
I suppose you've met with our murder victim, Richard Remington.
Yes, I've been in and out of this place for a while now. Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one. A real raconteur, you know.
You liked him? So far, I'm getting the impression he wasn't the most popular guy around here.
To be fair.
Well, that much is clear, isn't it? The man obviously slipped up somewhere, made an enemy or two, and bam, that's that. You just can't be too careful, can you?
Yeah, I think he did have an enemy or two. Or three. But you liked him.
I respected him. Good head on his shoulders. Good business sense, that man. He understood how to make things work for him.
Alright. Yeah, so that's Richard Remington. Alright, let's go over the clues we haven't presented to him yet. So, what does he have to say about Boggy yet?
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important.
Alright then. How about the flower book?
If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
I mean, if you want, you can sign on the flower book. I mean, there's space for it. What does he have to say about Folder's file?
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection.
Why? It's research about Boggy. You're making a movie about Boggy. Sheesh. Alright, what does he have to say about the swamp juice?
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important.
Alright, what does he have to say about the bog dog?
If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
I mean, you could sign on the bog dog. Okay, what does he have to say about the hunting rifle?
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection.
I mean, maybe you could use it as a prop. The curtain piece.
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important.
How about the fireplace poker?
If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
What does he have to say about the hunting photo?
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection.
You do seem to have the time to keep repeating the same thing, so... How about Explorer's Journal?
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important.
The costume design.
If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
The headpiece.
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection.
The gloves.
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important.
How about the black leggings?
If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
Alright. Alright, so that's those two characters. Here's the museum. Let's enter the museum. Let's talk to Agent Folder with the clues we have now.
So,
first of all, the Boggy costume.
I found these designs for a Boggy costume.
oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's... I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that...
Yeah?
But there's no way anyone would believe...
Yeah?
Nothing but foolishness.
Alright. This Vanderpeer really enjoyed dunking on you for all those items, though. Oh yeah, definitely. He seems to be enjoying dunking on people in general. By the way, Agent Folder, that's Ego Raptor. There's another character that's also voiced by Ego Raptor, but yeah, it's two characters that were voiced by Ego Raptor. Agent Folder is one of them. So, what's his opinion on Richard Remington?
What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefit.
What does that mean?
It means there are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Did he like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
All right.
Why not? It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
So this museum was not part of the tourist attraction. All right, interesting. Wow, that's a cool get. Yeah. Ego Raptor also did some of the grunts in the previous Detective Grimoire game, in fact. So, yeah. So, that was already a connection to Ego Raptor. I'm not so sure about the whether Ego Raptor was in the next game, but we'll see when we get to the credits. Okay, yeah, we already talked about Richard Remington. Yeah, here are the clues that we haven't gotten yet with Folder. Boggy hat.
This is just a piece of junk they sell to tourists. It has no resemblance to the real creature.
Alright then. Yeah, so Folder seems to be a very purist kind of guy that specifically only wants the swamp creature from history rather than the actual Boggy cartoon character. So, yeah. And the Boggy hat clearly is from the cartoon character, so. Okay, the flower book.
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
Alright, how about the swamp juice?
You're wasting your precious time, Detective.
Well, I am definitely wasting them with you, aren't I? How about the bog dog?
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
Alright, well, how about the hunting rifle?
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
How about the curtain piece?
You're wasting your precious time, Detective.
How about the fireplace poker, which might be the frickin' murder weapon?
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
Alright. How about the hunting photo?
So, you found it. I wonder who else knows about it.
Okay. So at least he seems to have some idea about Remington's secret society of hunting cryptozoology beasts, animals. Okay, costume design.
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character.
Yeah, so yeah, it does seem to kind of look like the real swamp creature, as you can see from the face. However, it had flippers instead of the claws that the actual creature had. The flippers is more like the Boggy cartoon character. And we also see the flippers as feet, but there's no evidence yet on, or at this point we haven't seen evidence of what the swamp creature's feet actually look like. So that's also a assumption in the design. Alright, what does he have to say about the headpiece?
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
Alright. How about the black leggings?
You're wasting your precious time, Detective.
Alright. And wait, we haven't talked about everyone here yet. So yeah, for some reason, Agent Folder has nothing to say about himself. So that's kind of a self-burn, as Safini pointed out. Okay, so what does he have to say about Sally Spears?
Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule.
Alright. How about Echo?
Oh yes, I know him. He occasionally asks me about the history and biology of the swamp creature. I explained to him what the real Boggy looks like and how they changed his appearance for the cartoon character.
Why did he ask about that?
Because some people are naturally curious. You should give it a try sometime.
Sheesh, dude. Alright. But yeah, now we know Echo has asked Agent Folder, because we have to all call him Agent Folder. Echo has asked Agent Folder about the difference between a swamp creature and the fictional Boggy character. Alright. What does he have to say about Harbor?
This person is of no interest to me whatsoever.
What does he have to say about Lady Weybridge?
If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already.
Alright. Be like that. Okay then. That's it for this museum. Oh, hey, little girl again.
The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad.
Yeah, okay. But how about her?
Aha! The great detective returns. Did you run out of ideas? Need a little push in the right direction?
Alright, so I'm getting a new idea. It involves ignoring you. No need to push me, but the direction would help. You're the one who needs a little push. Okay, so in case you were lost, this would be kind of a little help for you. So let's just see what happens if we actually ask for help. No need to push me, but the direction would help.
No need to push me, but the direction would help.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
I'm working on it. You can't rush these things, you know.
Have you noticed anything unusual?
I notice that this is going to take longer than I originally planned, and I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do you mean?
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this here in a dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Nope. They've been here for years, and they're not to blame. They belong here.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand.
Well, there's a hint to actually review all you know with every character, so there's that. But yeah, like I said earlier in the first game, we still don't know anything about her, even after the next game. So that's something that let's hope that Mermaid's Mask might explain when that comes out. So yeah, there's a treehouse here. And there's Lady Weybridge. Alright, let's ask about the Boggy costume up there.
I found these designs for a Boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Sure.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
I mean, to be fair, you are a woman that lives in the swamp even before he came here. As well, you have a leaf as your hair. I don't know how that works. Alright, yeah, we can challenge her. But yeah, just to point out, indeed, of the clues. Yeah, the costume design, this is not how a seamstress or a seamster, is that the word? This is not how you would design a costume. You would actually want to make a proper pattern, just actually fold it out and such, so you know how to actually cut out these things. So clearly, whoever has made this costume is not an actual expert at costume making. Okay. Okay. What does she have to say about Richard Remington? We've already presented her with a profile of Richard Remington, but now we can actually hear more about Richard Remington after we know the things we know.
You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
What are you talking about?
In my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters. Several times. They're relentless.
What were they hunting? Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal. That just meant they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws, of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home here. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's bog with a gun and start hunting down its main attraction.
Alright. So, yeah, so, she has a chemistry set, and anything that we have in our inventory that has liquid, we can examine that with the chemistry set. But let's go with the dry things first before we go over the things with liquid on them. Alright, what does she have to say about the Boggy hat?
No, thank you.
What does she have to say about the curtain piece?
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
As I just said. Okay, the hunting rifle.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
What does she have to say about the costume design? Well, she kinda already did, but...
No, thank you.
Okay, well... Okay, how about the headpiece?
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Alright. Let's... Oh, wait. There's still a hunting photo, which is a dry thing. Oh, no, Bog Dog. Let's go to Bog Dog first.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Okay, then let's go with the hunting photo.
I recognize some of those men. Unfortunately. They've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes. And one of them after that.
I wonder which one. Alright, swamp juice.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron, then tap the faucet.
Okay, so, here's the swamp juice.
And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
Okay, well, you've seen this color before, so we'll just do the same thing as last time. And...
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. Was that the same as last time?
Curious, isn't it?
This was the exact same liquid.
Alright. Next liquid thing, the fireplace cooker.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the
Fireplace cooker.
And now...
So, similar color again.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. What's going on here? That was definitely the same as the other tests.
Yep. Okay, the last one with the liquid here, that's the black leggings.
Let's see.
No.
And now, we just have to match the...
And it's the same color again, so that means the same things.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of.
Yep.
I'll write it down in my notes. The swamp slime. It's all the same. It's the exact same liquid again. There's something about that green slime.
Alright, so, let's see. Found in treehouse and found at the crime scene and are the only reason that is proof that found, okay, and are covered in green powder, belong to Boggy, have magic powers, are covered in the same swamp slime, are covered in green powder. Alright, let's see what we can make out of this. The Boggy. Okay. Alright, let's go with the black leggings are the only reason that Sally's legs have magic powers. powers.
The black leggings are the only reason that Sally's legs have magic powers. What is that supposed to mean?
Exactly what it means. The black leggings give her legs power. Alright, let's see. What were we supposed to do? Okay, there's something about the green slime. Okay, so, covered in green powder, belong to Boggy, have magic powers. So, are covered in the same swamp slime. Okay, found in treehouse and... Okay, so, the fireplace poker. And the black leggings. Yeah, they both have the same swamp slime.
The fireplace poker found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
Yep, a pair of Sally's leggings are covered in the same slime as the murder weapon, so something to look into. Something to challenge Sally with. But before we challenge Sally, we still have to challenge Weybridge. Okay, what does Weybridge have to say about Sally?
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
Alright, what does she have to say about Echo?
I'm not even sure who that is.
What does she have to say about Harper?
You should ask someone else.
Okay, that should be everything. That's all the profiles. Alright, let's actually challenge her.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
Okay, you created the myth of the swamp creature yourself to scare people away. You were the original founder of the tourist attraction. You were living in the swamp when the explorer visited 60 years ago. There's no proof of this. There's also no proof of this. But she claims to live here 60 years ago. So, yeah. This is the only thing that actually makes sense at this point.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
Okay. I need you to tell me if the journal is a fake. I think you wrote something in the journal yourself. There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is. Yeah, to be fair, there was indeed a page missing.
And there's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind. You stole it from him before he left the swamp. You took it from the journal while it was on display in a museum. I think... this... Well, no. We really have no idea, I think, so... If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs here, with me. You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then... I'll show it to you.
Is this you? He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back.
Is there something on the other side of the page? Okay, so the page itself has a drawing of her, and that's what she has now. However, what's on the other side? Oh, look at that.
What's this? Footprints.
So yeah, the last page, ripped out of the explorer's journal, given to Weybridge by the explorer 60 years ago, features a drawing of Lady Weybridge at 20 years old, so that means she's 80 at this point. Also features drawings of Boggy's feet and footprints. He has 2 toes at the front and 1 at the back. This page proves the footprints found outside the office were not made by the real Boggy. Yes, because the one made by the one that we found at the crime scene has 3 toes, like a T-Rex kind of feet. But yeah, as far as we can tell from this journal page, this is how the feet should look. Okay, that's it for Waybridge. So I might still need her chemistry skills. So that's if we find more clues, like there's still a question mark here. That's the only question mark here. So yeah, if we happen to find one more clue, we might be able to test it out if it has liquid on it. Okay, that's it for Waybridge. So I said that Folder was one character voiced by Egoraptor. This is the other character voiced by Egoraptor, Harper. Okay, so Harper actually knew Richard Remington, so let's see what he has to say about that.
You said you knew Remington?
He and I knew each other for a long time. I came to work at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
I know most people wouldn't want to work in a place like this. I actually like it here, so I was happy to oblige.
Alright.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Mr. Remington has his reasons. He probably had several. I don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some hobbies, that I was happy to let him keep secret.
Secrets? Hobbies? A secret hobby?
He was a man with a dream, I can tell you that much.
Alright then. Let's see. So we have a few more clues after talking to him. What does he have to say about Boggy's hat? The Boggy hat.
Why don't you show that to someone else?
Alright, what does he have to say about the hunting rifle?
That's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle. He usually keeps it around. For whatever reason. He was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently.
Where do we hear some kind of gunshot? Alright. The curtain piece.
That's the same fabric from Mr. Remington's curtains.
And we found that inside this headpiece. So, and the headpiece was found in the gift shop of Sally. So, the fireplace poker. That might be the murder weapon.
It's Mr. Remington's fireplace poker. This slime on the handle. It's familiar for some reason.
We know it happens to be the same slime as from the swamp juice that he is selling. So, the hunting photo.
One of Mr. Remington's secrets. I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt. They consider myths and legends to be the ultimate prey.
Alright then. So that's confirmation that they are in fact hunting mysterious creatures. Here's the missing page with the young Lady Waybridge hunt.
You don't know everything, I'm afraid.
Alright. How about the headpiece?
I can't help you with that one. Sorry.
Alright, that's fine. Alright, how about the black necklace?
Why don't you show that to someone else?
Alright. Yeah. At the point when we talked with him, we had not met Sally or Echo yet, so what's his opinion on Sally?
You have a lot of suspects on that list.
Oh, as you do. It's a murder mystery. Alright. How about Echo?
It's here I looked. I think he's been putting less effort into his protests recently. Which is a shame. I think it's an admirable cause.
Do you talk to him much?
Not really. Sometimes he likes to talk, just casual conversation. He asks how business is going and what everyone likes to eat, nothing of real importance.
Okay, that's the thing though. Echo has asked what everybody eats. So that means that Harper is not the only one who knows what everybody's favorite food is in this place. So, let's continue. And here's Sally. So, I already pointed out earlier, but specifically for you, Lan, in Dragon Ball Z Abridged, Android 18 was voiced by Amberly Connors, and she also voices Sally.
Hey.
So, what does she have to say about Richard Remington?
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice. ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
Sheesh. Sheesh, Sally. Ah, that's cool too. Yeah, neat. It's really cool to see all these voice actors do all these fan projects, and then yeah, I can recognize her. That's so cool. Yeah, indeed. Like she does a bit of a lower voice as Android 18, but you can kind of recognize the voice. Oh no, Richard Remington. We haven't gone through all the clues yet. So yeah, what's her opinion on this hunting rifle?
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Alright. How about this fireplace poker?
I have no idea what that is.
I mean, you never used it to poke fire and all that? Alright, how about this hunting photo?
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
Well, again, it's quite a trench coat. Maybe there's just a lot of pockets on the trench coat. Okay, how about the missing page?
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Alright, fine. Okay, so we can challenge her about something though. So, oh wait, no. Let's go over the profiles first. Yeah. Sally was one of the last people we found. The other one is Echo, but we haven't met Echo yet, so let's have her opinion on Echo.
Yeah, I have a pretty good view of him from here. Anyone supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protests used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing in there?
I'm happy to say, I don't know.
There might be something I can ask Echo about.
Alright. Spends more time holding, spends less time holding, has recently acquired, has never spoken to, and less time in his tent, and more time in his tent, because he's so terrified and plans to eat it. And less time... Okay, let's see what we're going to make. Okay. Yeah. Echo has recently acquired the protest sign and plans to eat it.
Echo has recently acquired the protest sign and plans to eat it. I'm losing my mind here.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, he has spent less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. Yeah. Echo is spending less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. So they keep saying that he's been having a little bit less energy in protests lately. So
Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more important than his protest.
yeah, definitely lives in your mind. I mean, to be fair, after all these cases, you kind of have to lose your mind just a little bit, let's be honest. Alright, so, wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more important than his protest. So, we can challenge him, has been spending more time in his tent and less time protesting. So, that's for later when we see Echo again. Okay, that's it for all the clues. That's it for all the... Alright, now we can just challenge her.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning. They're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
Okay, your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume. This exact slime hasn't been found anywhere else. I have proof you were wearing them during the murder. We don't have any proof she was wearing them during the murder. Yeah, this exact slime hasn't been found anywhere else. That's not true. It's been found in several other things instead of just the black leggings. However, we can presume that the black leggings were part of the murderer's costume from both designs as well as several other things about the leggings. So,
your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, you know, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up? Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
Sheesh. Grimoire, do not go there. They're far too long for you to wear. they're loose and stretched. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's been stretched compared to how it would be if she wore it.
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their Boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Alright. Tap and hold on the toy to wind it up. Amazing. Okay, so, yeah, the wind-up toy. A small plastic toy sold at the gift shop has the cartoony appearance of Boggy. Boggy's feet are hidden in the bucket of water, yes. So even in this freaking little toy, we don't actually see Boggy's feet. Okay, but yeah, that means Sally has given us our final clue. Yay. Okay. Might as well ask her about this wind-up toy.
I always thought it was weird that his feet are in that little bucket all the time.
It's just part of the character, I guess. I'm surprised they don't sell some sort of Boggy foot soaker.
And that would be the one product I'd consider buying.
Alright. So, that's it for Sally. And we've made a whole circle again, and, oh, here's the little girl again.
You again. Ready with some cryptic advice, no doubt?
Don't let them take him.
Who? The murderer? That's my job. I gotta make sure that
No, the creature. Don't take him away. This place is his home.
Oh, Boggy. Hey, don't worry. I didn't really believe he could be, responsible for this mess.
You didn't?
Well, no.
So yeah, interestingly, this is the only time we actually see the little girl somewhat emotional about something. Like, usually she's just sarcastic, so she at least has some kind of connection with Boggy and maybe with the other things that we might find in Tangle Tower. So, alright, maybe because I didn't believe he existed at all. I don't believe he could ever hurt anyone. I've always known who the murderer was, and it's not Boggy. Well, let's not be too Sherlock Holmes here. Let's actually have some proper empathy. I don't believe he could ever hurt anyone.
I don't believe he could ever hurt anyone.
So, he won't get in trouble? He won't have to leave?
Well, he's been out here for what, 60 years, hasn't he? And stayed out of trouble for that long. I have a feeling some detective isn't going to change all that in one day.
Well, in that case, he says, thank you.
Alright. So, there is... I think there are some clues, like, maybe it's a clue, like, it's just casting. Like, we know that Eagle Raptor does 2 different voices as well, and that's not definitive proof or anything. But, the little girl is voiced by the same voice actress as Lady Weybridge. So, maybe she's like a spirit of the younger version of Lady Weybridge, like even younger. But that's just a theory based on the casting, and that doesn't always have to be the case. But there you go. That might be something. Okay, but yeah, we have one new clue from Sally. So let's go circle around everybody again, and we might as well just challenge Echo.
Oh?
So, oh yeah, and we got the missing page from Weybridge, so I guess we can ask him about that too. But let's show him this wind-up toy first.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Alright. Okay, how about the missing page?
Show it to somebody else.
Alright. Then we can challenge him about how he's been slacking off in terms of protesting.
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to ask.
Untouched people have even noticed something like that. I usually get the impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
So, you admit it's true?
You can put your notebook away. There isn't really any reason for it. Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Well, if it's not worth writing down, maybe it's worth hearing.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Look, if you take a guess and get it right, I promise not to deny it.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent.
Alright.
Notebook time.
Okay. Drag an item into the question mark space and draw it. I have a silly nickname, Echo. And so, why has Echo been hidden away in his tent? Okay, so we have because it's been raining. We have because there's a ghost. This is actually a reference to another game from this studio, Haunt the House, I believe. I haven't played it yet, but it's a reference about the ghost and all that. So, is it because he was avoiding taxes, or is it because he was being attacked by Boggy? Let's go with the most reasonable one at this point and say, well, no. It's not the most reasonable, because if it was raining, people would have actually been understanding why he would be in his tent more often. So, considering that there's been proof that someone in a Boggy costume has been attacking, let's go with this for now. Why has Echo been hidden away in his tent? Because Boggy was attacking him.
You've been in your tent, hiding from Boggy!
Why not?
Is that the answer, though?
I think it's time I went to talk to Officer James.
In Chapter 4, the beginning of the end. So we can go back to Officer James in order to figure out the mystery and all that. But let's complete everything and actually talk to everybody about the missing page as well as the wind-up toy, because we have them. So, what's your opinion about this wind-up toy?
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before.
Okay, Burl has no opinion on that. How about the missing page?
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
Okay. That's it for Burl. Vanderveer. What do you think about this wind-up toy?
If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
Yeah, if I want an autograph, how about you just sign on the wind-up toy? How about the missing page?
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection.
Again, it's research material, though. You can see how the feet were supposed to look. Like, at least be impressed, damn it. Okay, present people. Guess I forgot to actually go through the profile, so I might as well just go through it now. Okay, so what's Vanderveer's opinion on Sally Spears?
You want me to sign a photograph for you?
What's his opinion on Echo?
I'm a busy man, and this doesn't look like it's worth my time.
Alright, what's his opinion on Harper?
I simply don't have time to help you with this.
You do have time to snark at me. How about Lady Waybridge?
You want me to sign a photograph for you?
So I guess this means that every time you present a profile, you're kind of presenting a picture to them. Agent Folder.
I'm a busy man, and this doesn't look like it's worth my time.
Okay, so that's it for Vanderveer. Alright. Agent Folder. Yeah, just making sure that I didn't miss out on doing the profiles thing. Okay. Clues. What's your opinion on his wind-up toy?
A good example of how Boggy's feet are never shown in any form. They often use that little red bucket to hide them.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, how about the missing page?
Is that the missing page of the journal?
I think so.
It's an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, you're not wearing the right hat to be saying that.
I mean, to be fair, his name is Agent Folder based on Agent Mulder, so he wasn't ever meant to be Indiana Jones, but okay. All right. So, yeah, we got got the missing page from her, so... Oh, I guess, but I haven't presented it yet. Yeah, okay. What's her opinion on the white toy?
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Alright. So, does she have anything to say about the missing page she gave us?
He drew me into his journal. I was 20 years old. That's the end of the story.
I bet it's not. Does this explorer have a name?
Yes.
Are you going to tell me?
No.
Oh. Well, that's a bit of an anticlimax. Okay. So yeah, we don't know the name of the explorer. And we can only kind of guess who the explorer could be from Tangle Tower. But that's just a guess at this point. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So. Alright, Harper. What do you have to say about this wind-up toy?
Why don't you show that to someone else?
I've been showing it to everybody. Yeah, I've already...
Hey.
Well, yeah. I got it from her, so... Okay, that means we've talked to everybody. So, before we return to Officer James, let's go over all the suspects again. Okay, Sally Spears. Yeah, Sally only begun working in the swamp this year. Sally always wears black leggings, yes. However, we now know that it's been stretched and it was not her. She was not the one wearing it in the costume.
Not suspicious?
Sally often brings spare clothes in the swamp. Sally does not lock away her belongings in the evening. Sally is unable to lock her gift shop in the evening. Sally has a good view of Echo's protest spot. I guess this is the only thing that's actually suspicious at all. So
not suspicious.
So yeah. So that's for Sally. Still very, like, not that suspicious at this point. Echo. Okay. Echo is protesting for animal rights in the swamp. Okay, so here's the thing. It wasn't suspicious at first, but now we know that that Remington was trying to hunt animals, which actually gives Echo a motive to attack him, knowing he was protesting for animal rights.
Suspicious?
Echo's been spending more time in his tent recently. That is suspicious, and like the theory that we have that it was because he was being threatened by Boggy didn't seem that conclusive, so it's still pretty suspicious. Echo is a fan of the Boggy cartoon character. I mean, not suspicious on its own. It is a little bit suspicious knowing that the costume is more like a combination of the real swamp creature and the cartoon character Boggy. So,
suspicious.
Doesn't know much about the real swamp creature. Well, he knows a bit about it because he talked with Agent Folder about it. So yeah, I'll still keep that as suspicious. Echo shares many views with Agent Folder. Not suspicious on its own, not necessarily. Protest has been ignored by Remington so far, which gives him a motive. Echo is not a talented artist or musician. Here's the thing. We have seen the costume design, and it's been noted that that's not something an artist or a seamster would draw. So
suspicious.
And has not been putting effort into protesting recently. Well, that's mostly linked to the fact that he's been in his tent a lot instead of actually protesting. So keep it as suspicious for now. So pretty suspicious at this point. Harper. So Harper knows everybody's favorite foods. That's true. We also know that Echo knows about everybody's favorite foods. So suspicious, yes, but not exclusively Harper. Harper sells a drink known as swamp juice. Pretty suspicious considering that the swamp juice seems to be consistent with all the other things in terms of their composition. So says lots of swamp juice has disappeared recently. Seems to make sense. I will put it as suspicious though, just a little bit. if only because he could have been the one who made it disappear himself to use it. Sirs Remington's favorite, the Bog Dog. We know that he got ill, that Remington got ill because of the Bog Dog, and that is his favorite. And Harper knows everybody's favorite foods, but yet again, he's not the only one who knows everybody's favorite foods. Discuss everybody's favorite foods with Echo. Yes, that is suspicious for Echo. Not necessarily suspicious. No, it's still kind of suspicious, so I'll keep that suspicious. Oh, stays open late but locks up when he leaves. Makes sense. Harper has known Remington for many years, and considering that Remington is, in fact, hunting creatures,
suspicious.
Knows about Remington's secret hobby. The fact that he knows about it is a little bit suspicious. So, yeah. Alright, Vandermeer. Okay, researching locations for a movie with Bobby. Not suspicious. Vandermeer works with Bobby Burrell. Yeah, we know that. Was unable to find Burrell to work last night. We know why, because he was taking photographs. Vandermeer filmed by himself last night. Still kind of suspicious that he was by himself there, but yeah. Was filming at the exact time of murder. That is still pretty suspicious. Tried to film before, but wasn't given permission. Yeah, and the fact that he had to bribe Remington is still... Respected Remington for his business sense, clearly because he was bribing him. Then again, the fact that he was successfully able to bribe Remington kinda makes it so that he has less of a reason to actually attack Remington. That's just...
Not suspicious.
Has made a string of popular fantasy movies. I mean, that's just a fact at this point. I wouldn't agree with it from his attitude, but... Bobby has worked with Vandermeer for years. Makes sense. Burrell carries his camera around most of the time, yet the other time is with he goes around with a black and white photograph. Saw Remington leave the cafe looking sick last night. Yeah, makes sense, he would know. Has a secret passionate hobby on the side, which is the photography. Burrell enjoys traditional black and white photography. Yes, he does. Burrell took a blurry photo of something in the woods. Still kind of suspicious he didn't really react to it, but yeah. Burrell dislikes the natural area being commercialized, which gives him a little bit of a motive in attacking Remington. Burrell thinks Remington has some sort of secret. If he's been suspecting that, it is
not
something he should be suspicious about. Lady Weybridge. So, last time we checked Lady Weybridge, we didn't have a lot of information from her, so there's a lot that's on suspicious per default. So let's see where we are. Weybridge has lived in the swamp for over 60 years. That seems to be confirmed at this point.
Not suspicious.
Weybridge knows all about the flowers that grow here. Makes sense, she's been living here for a long while. Can knit, sew, and makes her own clothes. Which is a little bit suspicious considering the Boggy costume. But then again, it wasn't really that well made. As they keep pointing it out, it wasn't really well made. But yeah, let's just keep it as suspicious. Saw hunters looking for Boggy in the swamp. Makes sense, she's been living for 60 years and we know there were hunters.
Not suspicious.
Says hunting was banned and the swamp became a protected area. Seems to be the case.
Not suspicious.
Was asked to leave her home in the swamp. Honestly, at this point, seems very likely.
Not suspicious.
Hates Remington and his tourist attraction. It's true, but gives her a little bit of a motive on attacking Remington, so there you go. Offered Remington fabric as a peace offering. I mean, she seems to be the kind of person that would at least try, so...
Not suspicious.
Agent Folder. Folder spends a lot of time in the museum, seems to be the case. Folder has a deep interest in cryptozoology, which... Yes... Yeah, let's go with that. Folder knows a lot about the real swamp creature, which is suspicious, but wouldn't really fit with how we see the costume, because the costume clearly has a mixture of the designs of the cartoon character. And considering what we know about Agent Folder, he would not accept that, so...
Not suspicious.
Dislikes Remington for watering down history, which gives him a motive. Says nobody knows the shape of Boggy's footprint, which I guess would at least excuse why he might make the flippers look like that. But then again, he keeps telling how nobody really knows. But yeah, let's just keep it as suspicious now. Has a lockpick that he used to open locked doors. The fact that he still has that is still pretty suspicious. Let's keep it at that. Bought a new lockpick after losing his old one. We know that's the case. Shared knowledge of the swamp creature with Echo. Kinda suspicious. We'll keep it at that. Okay, Boggy. Boggy was discovered 60 years ago by an explorer. Boggy was recorded in an explorer's journal. Has not been officially sighted for 60 years. Boggy has 3 small claws on each arm. Yeah, at least the swamp creature. The real swamp creature does. Foot shape and footprint remain a mystery. Not anymore. Now we know how the footprints should look, and they do not look like the ones from the crime scene.
Not suspicious.
Has been unsuccessfully hunted in the past, which I guess gives it a possibility it could still be here, attacking Remington, so we'll keep it as suspicious. Boggy has since become a famous cartoon character. That is true. Has his appearance changed from the original records? That is also true. Yeah. Mr. Remington himself. Body was found outside his office in the swamp. Remington's rifle was fired at least once before he died. Yes, which is true. It's a bit suspicious who had a rifle specifically. You know, well, we know why. Kind of suspicious in the terms of the murder. Remington received 3 small wounds on his chest, and we kinda know, well, very much implied that it's because of the fire poker. Remington has mysterious slime around his wounds, and we know what the slimes actually were. Was stabbed by a fireplace poker with 3 prongs, yes. Fell through his window after being stabbed, yes. Was secretly trying to hunt and kill Boggy, which is still pretty suspicious. Remington belonged to a group of hunters who seek out mysterious creatures, yeah. Okay, so, out of all the people we have here, Echo is the one who's the most suspicious. So, let's go over to Officer James and present our findings. And as you can tell, I 100% presented everything. Well, not all the notes. Okay, so that's gonna bother me. Okay, no clues. How about the entrance? Crossroads. Okay. So, the fork in the road, in front of a large tree. Okay, let's just... Okay, so there's some kind of note here I'm missing.
There's a hollow part of the tree, right at the front, but it's too dark to see inside. Note to self, don't fall in. It's a fork in the road. How non-linear. It's a fork in the road. How non-linear. Those trees are more dense. It's like a forest back there. Those trees are more dense. It's like a forest back there.
Oops.
It's a fork. It's a fork. It's the base of a gigantic tree, and it's sitting in the very heart of the swamp. Was this entire place built around it?
There we go, that's what we were missing. Okay, so, as crossroad, gigantic tree sits in the center of the swamp, everything else seems to be a white circle around it. Okay, so, what else do we miss? The protest. No, seems to be everything. The clearing. Seems to be everything. Outside office. Seems to be everything. Office. Seems to be everything. Clearing? We already went there. Okay. The path. Everything. Museum. We missed something in the museum. Let's go to the museum. Nope. Map. Museum. Okay, what do we miss?
Apparently, this is the exact hat worn by the explorers 60 years ago. It seems everyone is destined to lose a hat or two in this damn swamp.
Yep. Okay, so it's not bad.
This is a really cramped museum. Just one room, not worth the admission price.
Again, you went here for free.
Things in jars. Ooh. I don't like things in jars. Unless the thing is marmalade.
Okay.
Books about Boggy and other mysterious creatures. I'll read them some other time. These are skulls? Oh, they're just models. Creepy models. Models of Boggy's claws. Hold on. What's this? Something doesn't seem right here.
Yeah, we already went through this. Okay.
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked, though. Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are gross? Yes? Yes, I did. Apparently the museum was founded by the explorer many years ago. In a different location. It's only recently been moved here to be part of the tourist attraction.
That's it.
That might explain why it looks so out of place.
Yeah, so they moved this whole museum to this place. So that's interesting. Okay, but I think that's the notes about the museum. Yeah, that's the museum. Okay, so how about the woods? Everything about the woods, the bridge. What about the bridge? The treehouse. Swamps are gross, huh? I know I learned something today. Yep. So, the treehouse. Yeah, the treehouse. So we're missing something from the treehouse, apparently. To the treehouse. Okay.
I'm indoors. What a treat. I'm indoors. The tree comes straight through the middle of the house. It even has little drawers carved into it. Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
The owner of this house seems to enjoy reading. Though, I'm not sure what else there is to do up here, actually.
I don't know if you can plug in a video game console here or something. I don't know.
The tree... even I'll... Check out that sunlight beam.
No, that's the same thing.
There's a whole load of... The tree... Okay. A little blanket on it...
What
I'm indoors.
Nope.
The tree... Okay. I'm indoors.
What are we missing? Treehouse. There's a lot of knitting and sewing equipment on a shelf. There is a single bed in the corner of the room. This woman seems to live alone. And what are we missing? There's a light.
A little blanket... There's a book on the table. I think it's a book about flowers. How fascinating. I must take some time to read it.
Okay. That's the treehouse. Okay. So, by the cafe. We missed something at the cafe. Okay. This should be the last thing that we missed. Okay, we already checked this.
Water everywhere.
Oh,
Seriously.
wait. I already know this one.
There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe.
Yeah, and that's where all the swamp juice is. So, yep, there's a cafe built into the side of the wrecked ship. A man is patiently sitting in the window of the cafe. Oh yeah, and there's a locked door on the side of the cafe. So, yeah, now we have 100%ed everything here. So, with that in mind, let's go to the swamp dock and present everything to Officer James.
You finally returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
I didn't find him.
What? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
I don't need to.
Final chapter. Boggy's criminal record.
Why not? I thought he was our prime suspect.
Not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Boggy from last night? Let me see that photo.
Alright, here's the photo.
If that's not Boggy, what is it?
Alright, well, we found these costume designs.
I found designs for the costume in a trash can. Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well,
Now I
nearly
summon
all of them.
Exodia.
Is still the one
But
that...
the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
Okay, how can you prove these don't belong to a real creature? Well, I think we're supposed to show the explorer's journal on what the creature should look like.
How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
Okay,
How can you prove these don't...
let's see. Hunting photo, the missing page.
What's this? I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
No public records. The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page. They were just a product of these slippers. A part of the costume.
But Grimoire, this costume, it doesn't have claws of any kind. How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
I wonder.
The prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
Ah, but this swamp slime was one of the reasons Boggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that slime, it's not exactly what you think. This stuff has an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me.
What is that exactly?
A poisoned hot dog. It's the second reason that the murderer broke into the storeroom. He put this green powder on the entire supply, just to make sure.
To make sure of what?
To make sure no one would eat at the cafe ever again. To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office. To make sure everyone in the swamp would be poisoned. Well, not everyone. Specifically, Remington.
To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
Remington went back to his office? Alone?
Final chapter, the murder.
I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece in particular seems critical to me. I think we need to work out...
Video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night, at the exact moment of the murder, I believe.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery. Could you talk me through them? Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match the sounds on the right. Drag them around and keep swapping until you're happy with the order. And if you want to hear the sounds again, you can tap on them.
Yes.
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want to go over my notes.
But yeah, this is from the Vanderpeer's recording, which had a bunch of sounds. Yeah, so rearrange the description to match the sounds, drag the white boxes to swap positions, tap on a sound to hear it again. So let's go over what the order was. Okay, so this creaking. What could this creaking be? Well, the culprit opened the office door. The outcry is... Okay, so Remington cries out in shock and falls backwards. Or Remington cries out in shock as Boggy appears. That seems to make more sense. Alright, and then a blast happens. Well, we know he had a hunting rifle, so fires a hunting rifle at the culprit. The clang. So, the culprit grabs the metal poker and stabs Remington. And once Remington is stabbed, there would be an outcry, so he cries out in shock and falls backwards. The ripping could indeed be the curtain fabric as he falls. And then a thud appears. Yeah, and that's Remington landing on the planks outside the office.
I think that's it.
Yeah, okay. So, and then the culprit drops the metal poker, and that's why the clang is at the end. So.
Ah, excellent. There's just 2 small details bothering me. First of all, if Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene? What happened to it?
Alright. Well, where did we find this curtain piece? In this headpiece. And which was hidden in Sally's gift shop.
Turns out the murderer took that piece of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume. Then he fled the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailant survive and manage to escape? Did Remington miss his target?
At point blank? A man of his experience? I don't think so. In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our chain, the one thing that has eluded me so far. I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when we compare the pieces I collected with the original design I found.
Right, so here are all the evidences, or all the pieces of the costume that we were able to find. Drag each clue item into the corresponding space. Hello, I'm the murderer. Okay, so the head goes here, the flippers go here, the hands go here, and the leggings go here. Hold on, we're missing something.
Wait! You never found the body piece! The torso!
You're right, and I never would have found it. Not lying around. Not like the others.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle shot?
This torso is probably made up of some thick material. Something covering the culprit's entire upper body. I believe it may have even been enough to
soften the impact from a bullet! Aha!
Exactly.
Well, let's put your theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume?
Where could it be? Well, if we look at how every character looks, someone happens to kinda have something on that might, in fact, cover up the fact that they were wearing it.
But how? We looked everywhere. Not a single clue.
Simple. He's still wearing it.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp, and lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you. You worked it out. He had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that? You were dressed as Boggy. He shouldn't be pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen, not to mention his main attraction.
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Not unless you're in on the secret.
Oh boy, it was quite a dramatic point to do something silly, but okay. Was framed because forgot to tell me that can be proof that leads me to believe was framed because was Boggy in disguise, was here to hunt Boggy, was stolen by Boggy, was eaten by Boggy, was Boggy in disguise. Alright, let's see. Was eaten by Boggy. My lost hat forgot to tell me that Sally was eaten by Boggy.
My lost hat forgot to tell me that Sally Spears was eaten by Boggy. What is that supposed to mean?
Clearly your lost hat forgot to tell you that.
A secret that Remington kept hidden in his office.
Okay. So, yeah, the hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
The hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
Final chapter, The Hunter and the Hunted.
A secret society, an order of hunters, seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
The order goes further than this one man, and much further than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you've finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington? He was a member of this order?
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction. He set it up himself, didn't he?
He did. It was just his way of forming a legal loophole. Since the area became protected, he and his friends were unable to come here for hunting anymore. Boggy's Bog was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all times?
Well, exactly. He didn't want to take any chances.
Now, don't you see? I did this place a service. Did Boggy a service.
That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it. Once he became suspected of murder, they'd have no choice but to shut this whole place down. Everyone would finally realize they had no business here.
Alright. But he's not a killer. You didn't have the right. How can you know what Boggy wanted? Yeah, how can you possibly know what Boggy wants?
How can you know what Boggy wanted? He might not be what you're...
Detective.
You. It's
finished. Well, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp. You have another job to do.
I don't know.
Not that it makes any difference to somebody like you, but I never intended to kill him. Just to scare him. Convince him Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in peace any longer. But, true to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
I mean, to be fair, it does make a bit of a difference because he didn't really mean to kill him. It's mostly just a self-defense thing, so in my eyes, it makes a bit of a difference.
It makes a difference.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down.
Hey, wait!
There's the hat again.
Looks like you solved more than one mystery tonight.
Girl wasn't the same voice actress as I wasn't expecting that. Finally, he's a detective again. Yeah. He actually started off with the hat. It got flown off.
Grimoire.
Well, what did they decide to do?
We had Mr. Everstone questioned. He was happy to tell us everything he knew. A number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
And Remington's office?
Searched, down to the last detail. And, well, we agree with you, but I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We'd better be.
What a Metal Gear Solid type of after credits thing. Alright, so that's Secret of the Swamp. Let's just switch to just chatting. Okay, so I'm going to fix up Tangle Tower right now. Let's